If something is worth doing, it's worth doing right. In this case, it's worth doing right and left. Introducing the all-new buttermilk and hand-breaded Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. One has sweet pickles, shredded lettuce, smoky backyard sauce, and a potato bun. The other is an undeniable classic with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Zaxby's. Friends. Family. Flavor. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait.
Welcome to the Zaxby's pregame show on WBFT.
Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. I'm Chris DeLambert, and with me is Rod Pass. Rod, bit of a departure. We're not on location at Zaxby's. There's a ball game out there to the left of us here in just a few minutes, so all things considered, I think I'd rather be here, especially since you guys have laid out a pretty cool spread for us.
Oh, well, thanks. Well, it's a very important game tonight, a conference game, and go Cavaliers. And Zaxby's is a proud sponsor of the Player of the Week and Players of the Week, defensive, offense. And we're happy to be with First Bank as well.
All right, so all I really want to know is when are you guys going to give free sandwiches away? Last week, it was free sandwiches. The
Sweet and Smoky, yes, we did that. We have another BOGO coming up in another month, and it'll go out to the e-blast. So if you guys are Zaxby's members or club members, they'll send you an e-blast, and you'll know.
Okay, how does somebody register to get that e-blast?
You go to Zaxby's.com and follow the props, and it'll lead you right up to it.
All right, in a world where you get all kinds of spam and things coming through your email, free chicken sounds like as good a reason as any to go ahead and register. So head over to Zaxby's.com, register, get on that email list, and you get all kinds of cool offers, updates, and be able to keep up with what's going on with Zaxby's. Rod, appreciate your support. I tell you that every week, and I mean it just as much every week.
It's our pleasure.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Oh, no, go Cavaliers.
All right, big game coming up tonight. We'll talk about that. But before we do, we've got some more guests to bring in. I'm Chris DeLambert. You're watching the Zaxby's Coaches Show.
If something is worth doing, it's worth doing right. In this case, it's worth doing right and left. Introducing the all-new buttermilk and hand-breaded Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. One has sweet pickles, shredded lettuce, smoky backyard sauce, and a potato bun. The other is an undeniable classic with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Zaxby's. Friends. Family. Flavor. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait.
Welcome back. I'm joined by Mike Sturzer from Classic Nissan. Mike, how's it going?
Doing well. Thanks for having me out tonight.
All right, I always ask you what's going on over at Classic Nissan. What are you guys excited about right now?
Well, we've got new Titans on sale for over $11,000 off.
How are you going to keep the place open?
Well, it's not going to be easy, but we'll get by.
All right, so if you're in the market for a car, check out Classic Nissan, but also be advised that on Wednesday you guys have got a special event coming up.
From 4:30 to 7, we've got trunk or treat, so stop by, bring the kids, and have some fun.
All right, so for those of us out here that have kids, no better way to make a kid happy than to take them to a trunk or treat event where they don't even have to do any work. They don't even have to put any work in to get the candy. And you're promising premium candy, right?
Absolutely the best.
All right, very good. So Wednesday from 4:30 to 7:30?
4:30 to 7.
4:30 to 7, Classic Nissan. Go over there, check them out, be a part of the trunk or treat event there. I may stop by and see how much candy I can stuff into my pockets.
Help yourself.
Very good. Are you dressing up for Halloween?
No.
I'm a little disappointed by that.
I don't know.
All right, very good. Very good. I am Chris DeLambert. This is the Zaxby's Coaches Show. Anything to add, Mike?
Go Cavaliers.
Go Cavs. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
It's game day at Classic Nissan.
I'm Mike Stozer, General Manager at Classic Nissan here at Sanford. My team of professionals have every position covered to meet all of your automotive needs.
The starting lineup. Your captains on offense, number 5, Holden Cruz. And number 10, Jasmine Dowell. Your captains on defense, number 55, Wesley Tater Womack. Number 7, Steve Dandrin. Whether you're a Yellow Jacket or a Cavalier, everybody gets a classic deal. For sales, service, or parts, visit us at ClassicNissanSanford.com or in person on Highway 87, right across from Walmart in Sanford.
Nobody beats a classic deal.
are a sponsor.
Welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. I feel like we're moving at a million miles an hour right now, but I'm blessed to be here with two of my favorite people. I'm privileged and honored to be here with Stuart Forbes from First Bank. As always, we get to spend Monday evenings together. I will miss our time together when football season passes. Well, we just have to get together. Head over to Zaxby's, get something to eat. And Big Don Clayton, the PA announcer. Oh, man. You are truly in the pantheon of heroes in my life.
I mean, that means a lot coming from you, Chris DeLambert. I appreciate that, brother.
When are you coming on my show? When are you coming to do radio with us again?
As soon as I get a phone call. I'm ready. I'm available.
Be watching your phone, brother. Be watching your phone. Don, holding it down for the last couple of years here. If you come out to watch Southern Lee play, an unmistakable voice, he is part of the furniture here. And today, he's doing double duty. He is actually going to receive a couple trophies. I'm going to entrust him with these trophies, and I'm also going to give him $25 gift cards to Zaxby's. I just need to reiterate that these need to actually find their way into the players' hands. Yes. All right. Are you certain?
They like those more than they do the trophies.
This is serious business, Don.
Yeah, very much so.
All right, so our players of the week for last week against Triton.
Yes, we've got Caleb Medlock, which, as always, I mean, he could get the player of the game every week.
Yes, he could.
About it. And then, once again, big Rodney Ingram. So both of those players. Caleb on defense. He also plays a little offense, and then Rodney on offense, just a killer running back last week at Triton, both of the offensive and defensive players of the game.
I told Rodney a couple weeks ago that when I watch high school football, there are times where I think, man, I could strap it back on and I could go out there and do some damage. And then I watch a young man like him run through the line, and I'm like, yeah, I'd rather sit and watch from the press box.
Yeah, he's a big old boy. He's a power back. He always comes through when you need him. So it'll be fun to watch him tonight against Western Harnett. But last week at Triton, he was a beast yet once again.
So if there were an all-time award here at Southern Lee, I think Caleb Medlock might get the pound-for-pound greatest football player to come through this Cavalier program. I don't know how he does what he does. Great angles to the football, creates an immense amount of leverage, and I've thought every year that he's been in the program, I'm going to come back and he's going to put on 35 pounds, and he hasn't, and he just gets better and better and better.
I think right now his BMI is 3, and so he is a beast. But what's most important about Caleb is not only the way he performs on the field, Chris and Steve, it's simply the fact that he's just a great individual all around. To be a young man, to be a football star, yet to be as humble as he is. I've spoken to many of his teachers, very humble young man, and that's what you want in the classroom as also on the field.
That's wisdom you're spitting there, Don. I like that. I like that. All right.
I think he and Rodney both got it last week.
They did. They did.
2 weeks in a row. Yeah, 2 weeks in a row. So we'll make
Show
sure.
Get a good tight shot of those.
And we're so thankful to Zaxby's, and we're thankful to First Bank, and we're thankful to all our sponsors. And so we want to make sure that these young men get these trophies that they so deserve, and we'll make sure that we get them, and we're going to present them to them here at halftime.
Very good. Thanks again, as always, to First Bank, and every bit as important as those trophies, $25 gift cards to Zaxby's. We do this every week during the football season, and it's a great day anytime I get to hang out with you, Don.
Yes, sir. And we got two this week, Monday Night Football, Friday night, so buckle up.
It's going to be tough.
Buckle up.
It's going to be tough. All right, big game coming up. We got one more segment to do, and then we'll start with the coverage of the game. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming by. You're going to walk off now, yes, and I'm going to bring folks in from Lee County. Pat? Yes, sir. With me, it's PA announcer night tonight on the Zaxby's Coaches Show. With me is Pat McCracken. Pat, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for being. I'm glad I'm here tonight, and I'm on kind of visitor's ground tonight, but it's awesome to be here.
You're allowed to hang out, man. I noticed that you didn't wear any Lee County gear. I'm afraid for you to open that jacket because there may be a Lee County shirt on underneath, but we'll let you be here tonight. Both of these teams right now, Lee County and Southern, undefeated in conference play. Southern's got work to do tonight against Western Harnett, who's actually looking to pick off second place in the conference. They can keep those hopes alive with a win tonight. But I think everybody in the 27330 zip code and beyond is hoping that Southern gets through this unscathed so that we can see a Lee County Southern Lee championship game basically for the conference a week from now.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be that way. We saw Western Harnett play a couple weeks ago, and they've got some athletes, so Southern Lee can't look past them. And but I hope they can get this victory tonight and then be ready to roll for Friday night against the Yellow Jackets.
So prediction in the Lee County Southern Lee game next week?
I've been thinking about this all the way on the way home tonight, and it's just going to be a great game. I'm not going to give a prediction right now, but both of these schools are playing well, and it's just going to be a really, really good game Friday night.
So I guess an answer like that would lead one to ask the question: you ever consider running for public office?
Yeah, just recently, I am running for school board now, and I'm here just to see Ken Neal and all of his coaching staff, and these guys play for a while. And I'm not scouting. I'm not heading back over tonight and to Coach Bordeaux and scouting, but I just think a lot of Ken and what he's done with these kids, and I've met a lot of their coaching staff drawing up plays, offensive and defensive. At 10, 11 o'clock at night, I've seen them out, and I just think a lot of them as well.
So we're in the same age group, and we spend a lot of time around the game. You ever feel like I could strap it on and go out there and do some damage?
I don't think I can strap it on anymore. I love just the athletics, and I think I might could do one run, and then I'd be done for the night. But I saw these guys for Southern Lee catching one-handed passes from 30 yards out, and they're really athletic.
See, every time I see that, I just think that's glove technology. I could do that. Yeah, I can't give them any praise. So you're going to be collecting trophies tonight for the Lee County players of the game from this past weekend. Who are our players of the game for the Yellow Jackets?
Yeah, our Lee County players of the game for the week are Jordan Graves and Tyreek McKendall. Both these guys are fantastic young men. I do have a great opportunity to be on the PA system at Lee County, and we call their names a lot. And Tyreek is a freshman, and I think he's had 3 or 4 touchdown passes caught in the last couple games, and Jordan always does a fine job as well. So we're very happy and excited to recognize Jordan and Tyreek as our Lee County Yellow Jacket players of the game.
All right, and Jordan in particular, I love when the spotlight is on him, because that Lee County team's not only a good team, 9-0. They're ranked well in the state. They're a lock to make the playoffs. But when you look up and down that roster, especially at the skill positions, it's junior, sophomore, junior. And the lone skill position guy that's a senior is Jordan Graves. And he seems to be a bit of a center of gravity for that ball club and is sort of tied the last couple years to this group now. Talk a little bit more about Jordan.
Yeah, he's had some really good leadership roles. He's been out there for a couple years, and if you're not calling his name as making a tackle or being involved with a play, he's around it, and he's leading these young guys every play. So I agree with you, Chris, that he's been a real asset for the Yellow Jackets.
All right. Oh, Stuart, you're ahead of me.
I usually am.
And Natalie attired too, by the way. All right. So on behalf of Jordan Graves and Tyreek McKendall, make sure these guys get these. Thanks again to First Bank. And just as importantly, those $25 gift cards. I know the guys love those trophies. Sometimes I wonder which is more important, but it's a perfect combination. We appreciate you coming on. You going to stick around and come on the air with us for a minute?
I am. Thank you for having me, and I'll be back on the air in a couple minutes.
All right, very good. The inimitable Stuart Forbes. Thank you. Always good to see you, and we'll see you next week. All right, I'm Chris DeLambert. This has been the Zaxby's Coaches Show. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. Get some pregame thoughts. I'll be joined by Diamond Dave Caplan, who just entered the building. Now I'm really excited.
One choice, First Bank. Online banking, checking accounts for business and family to fit every need, including mobile banking, no-fee traveler's checks and money orders, and so much more. First Bank is conveniently located on Spring Lane, South Corner in Sanford, and North Main in Broadway. First Bank is your progressive community bank.
Hi, I'm David Bashir. Here at First Bank, we feel like we've got all the right people in the right place to serve your banking needs now and in the future.
For decades, residents of Lee County have trusted First Health of the Carolinas to provide quality health care to the Sandhills region. First Health is excited to expand services offered in Lee County with the opening of the new First Health Lee campus located at 2919 Beech Tree Drive in Sanford. The newest First Health campus includes a 25,000 square foot fitness center with an indoor walking track, saltwater pool, weight area, cardio equipment, Les Mills group exercise classes, and so much more. Also offered within the fitness center are physical therapy and cardiac rehabilitation services. The 40,000 square foot medical office building includes a primary care practice, convenient care, outpatient imaging and laboratory services, back and neck pain, and a variety of surgical specialties. For more information about the new First Health Lee campus, visit our website at www.firsthealth.org or call 1-800-213-3284.
Are you ready to sell or buy? Call me, Crystal Copas, to assist you with that real estate transaction. Residential, commercial, or investment properties? With the RE/MAX brand and my highly efficient team, I'm your go-to girl with all the things in real estate.
We just love our new house in Broadway.
And it was made possible by Crystal Copas, who sold our previous home in only 3 days. And I promise you, she'll work just as hard for you.
Shop our inventory online at us1cdj.com.
All my sales, service, and finance has been done here at US One. They are great guys to work with.
And I can honestly say that in every aspect of the process, I was included, I was respected, and I would highly recommend coming to give them a try.
I have shopped US One for over 20 years. Ranger Happy and I enjoy it, and we love this place.
Real prices, real people. Get the real deal
at US One.
Pat McCracken is a small business owner who wants to see Sanford continue to grow. Strong schools are the key for that to happen.
I've been in education for over 28 years as a teacher, a coach, a test coordinator, an administrator, and an athletic advisor. I want to make sure I pique the students' interest academically, athletically, technologically, and artistically. Vote for me for the Lee County Board of Education.
Paid for by the committee to elect Pat McCracken Lee County School Board. It's game day at Classic Nissan.
I'm Mike Stozer, General Manager at Classic Nissan here at Sanford. My team of professionals have every position covered to meet all of your automotive needs.
The starting lineup. Your captains on offense, number 5, Holden Cruz. And number 10, Jasmine Dowell. Your captains on defense, number 55, Wesley Tater Womack. Number 7, Steve Dandrin. Whether you're a Yellow Jacket or a Cavalier, everybody gets a classic deal. For sales, service, or parts, visit us at ClassicNissanSanford.com or in person on Highway 87, right across from Walmart in Sanford.
Nobody beats a classic deal.
Official Caro sponsor. Are you ready for some football only on WBFT? Welcome to the Classic Nissan Game of the Week.
All right, welcome to a brisk Monday night on campus at Southern Lee High School in Sanford, North Carolina. I'm Chris DeLambert, Diamond Dave Caplan. Good to have you back.
This Monday night football
It's
game.
the dream team, baby.
I know. They look, these crowds will get bigger.
Yes.
If they knew we were here on Monday Night Football.
Right?
Yeah,
and it's
it doesn't have the ring.
Game
it doesn't have the ring
us.
that Hank Williams gives it.
It does not, but I do have to say that this is going to be a better ball game than New England, Buffalo. Who pulled that? And then the Thursday night game. Have you seen that? Oakland, San Francisco.
The Battle of the Bay.
Man, and I'm going to tell you, preseason, Jimmy Garoppolo, Derek Carr going up against it on Thursday night, that sounded
Sounded
like
great.
must-see TV. John Gruden will probably trade 3 more players between now and Thursday night. So,
well, how about this Tri-County 3A matchup?
So, Tri-County 3A, I had to explain this to a couple people today because they don't get it. You know, Western Harnett comes in here at 2-6, but what people fail to realize,
they're 2-1 in the conference.
They're 2-1 in conference.
I know. Is this still Coach Fury?
No.
Okay. Well, that explains a little bit, right?
No. Yeah. Wow.
I'm sorry, Coach
We're
Fury.
getting started early. No, but Western comes in at 2-1 in conference. Southern is undefeated.
Right.
Lee County's undefeated. But if you start doing the math, Western beats Southern tonight and Southern beats Lee County, you end up with a 3-way tie atop the Tri-County Conference. That'd just be a mess. To make it easier, what needs to happen, Southern just needs to put it on Western tonight, go in, and Southern and Lee County get to play heads up for a conference championship.
Brick City Bowl. I mean,
Sounds
it would
like
bring
a whole lot
drama.
more
And
fun,
it's
doesn't it?
probably more the course of action. Of course, Southern's kind of had Lee County's number over the last few years, but this year might be a little different.
They have, and Coach Lonnie Cox and I sat down on Monday. We talked about this, and I know that the staff has got to be concerned, no matter what they say, that this Cavalier team is looking right past Western Harnett and looking ahead to that.
That's a
Brick
good
City
point.
Bowl.
Yeah,
you know, an opportunity.
Short week.
Absolutely,
yeah, absolutely.
I am glad, based on the things that the Cavaliers like to do on offense, that they didn't play the game on Friday night in the rain, because I think that would have played into the hands of Western. Games on Monday night, it's clear. It's a little chilly, but it's a nice night for football.
It's wonderful football weather.
So I think that Southern can do what they want to do on offense. As always, the game plan is going to be to try to get the ball into Noah Lockley's hands as often as possible.
He's dangerous.
And get that defense firing, playing downhill football.
I think you'll probably see both quarterbacks in at various times during the game.
You will, but you're going to get a whole lot more Harrington than you do Flack. They like to bring Flack in. As Southern started the season, it was sort of a 50-50 split. And if anything, it was heavy Tay Flack with Harrington coming off the bench. But as the year has progressed, Thomas Harrington's kind of taken the job. And not necessarily because he was playing better quarterback, but because Tay Flack adds another dynamic to the offense.
Yes,
when
absolutely.
He's split out wide, when he's lined up at tailback. So Flack gives him another weapon in the offense, and Harrington will get most of the reps at quarterback tonight. The key is going to be to prevent the big play from Western Harnett. Western Harnett is a team that's only won a couple ball games in the last few years. They have been on hard times for quite a while, through the Nick Fury years down there, now in the last couple years under new staff, Coach Culberson down there. But there has never been any shortage of athletes down at Western Harnett. They've got some playmaking guys on this squad. You've got to keep those guys in front of you and make them execute over the course of time, because they will make mistakes. They will turn the ball over. But Southern doesn't want to let this turn into a shootout. Got to play good, sound defense, and Southern should be okay tonight because this is a win. If we were able to do the math and figure out, oh, gosh, Western's able to win the conference, I assure you that they know it.
Right.
And they're playing to save their season, because with a team that has struggled so much in the last couple of years, to have any crack at a piece of a conference championship at this point got to be a big motivating factor.
Well, you got to imagine Coach Neal, to make sure that the Cavaliers do not look past this game, have brought that point up.
I'm sure that he has.
So, well, the Cavaliers taking the field.
Yes, they are. And we'll take a quick break. We'll be back with kickoff. You're watching the Classic Nissan Game of the Week on WBFT and the NFHS network around the world.
For online banking made easy, there's only one choice, First Bank. Online banking, checking accounts for business and family to fit every need, including mobile banking, no-fee traveler's checks and money orders, and so much more. First Bank is conveniently located on Spring Lane, South Corner in Sanford, and North Main and Broadway. First Bank is your progressive community bank.
Hi, I'm David Bashir. Here at First Bank, I feel like we've got all the right people in the right place to serve your banking needs now and in the future.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
All right, we're back here in Sanford, North Carolina. Beautiful Cavalier Stadium. Chris, I noticed that the last time I was here, by the way, they've gone 4-0 since you and I did the last Monday night football game.
Well, Coach Neal told us a couple of years ago, if you remember, when he first got there his first year, he needed us. Remember that? So
I did. He was excited, too.
He was, and we went on quite a run. But,
Right.
yeah, they sputtered a little bit out of the gate. We called that first game together.
Yeah.
It's been clear sailing since then.
It has? Yeah. The only thing is the field is a few gray shades grayer or browner. Still looks like great turf out there. It's a high kick.
Given all the weather with the storms and things that have come through this year, it's amazing this field is held up like this.
That was number 3, Tamarius Davis for the Western Harnett Eagles.
You will hear Davis's name early and often. They're going to line him up in the slot as they come out spread, and they will try to force the ball into Davis every time they need a play.
There you go. Who's under center?
Ung.
Tristan
Ung, sophomore quarterback, comes in 5'10". Bit of a dual threat guy. In the backfield with him is Kaleem Moore.
Yep. 6 foot tall, 215.
All right,
That's good size.
Keep and struggles
Not
to get
much
back to the
going
line
there.
of scrimmage.
That was Thomas. No, that's not Thomas Harrington.
Well, you got
okay, you know who that is. That's Caleb Medlock.
Shake the rust off, Cap.
I know. Well, I saw a 7.
Man.
I don't know where I saw 7 from. That was Caleb Medlock, who always takes a wonderful line to the football.
Always. The angles that he takes and his leverage when he gets there are really as good as it can get. Yeah,
I mean, they're absolutely textbook. I see the last time I saw Western Harnett play a football game, they were into I or some sort of wing formation, so they're spreading it out. A lot different offense.
Hung with a quick screen, it's going nowhere. Elijah Fox over there to break that up.
Looks like that was trying to get out to Colin Crawley, the junior wide receiver.
And that's 3rd and long coming up. 3rd and 14 for Western Harnett. These are the type of situations they really need to stay out of.
Yeah, check that. That was actually Khalil McClain.
For those of you out there watching, just come back in the second quarter when we've sorted all this out.
We'll have the numbers right then. It's hard to see
this glare
all the way across the field.
Not that anybody cares about our problems.
No, we've got free chicken finger problems.
Man, thank you, Zaxby's.
Awesome.
I've eaten more chicken than I had any business eating. Tristan Ung should have got rid of that a long time ago. Throws it out there.
Picked off?
Scooped. Waiting on a call. They're going to call it incomplete. Almost a pick going the other way.
Sean McLaughlin looked like he got under.
It was close. Referee had a good angle, says no, but that'll bring out the Western Harnett punt team.
Yeah, 4th and 14. Not the best starting drive for the Eagles, but wonderful job there by the Cavalier defense to keep everything in front of them.
Cavalier coaching staff trying to decide whether it was going to be Flack or Lockley headed back deep. For those of you that haven't watched number 3 to know what Lockley before for the Southern League Cavaliers,
he's a threat.
This young man has about as good a short area quickness as you're ever going to see.
Kind of a weak snap.
Coverage on that kick is good. They kick it out to the sidelines. They know what's going on. It'll come up just short of midfield, and it'll be a Cavalier first down there on 40 at the 48.
22-yard punt, no return. And really only lost about 15 yards from the interception there. It's still wonderful starting field position for Harrington in the Cavalier offense.
All right, I'll start with Rodney Ingram in the backfield.
I think player of the game last week, huh?
Last 2 weeks.
Last 2 weeks.
Yes, sir. So 2 backs in the backfield, Anthony Matthews and Rodney Ingram together with Harrington in the backfield. He'll go from the gun. 2 receivers out wide.
Yeah, the Eagles showing a blitz.
Western shows pressure. Harrington rolls.
They get pressure.
Gets rid of it and does well to get it out of there, but without taking the sack. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, he just overthrew Lockley. I think that was a purposeful throw into the bench, and he got out of the pocket to avoid the grounding call. It's a good job. Good pressure there up front by the Eagles.
And a design roll out there for Harrington rolled right into the pressure.
So bring up 2nd and 10.
Ingram and Matthews stay in the backfield.
Same formation here. They're active on the
hands.
side
Ingram's got it up the middle. Moving the and he's going to move the chains. There's 15 yards down inside the 35-yard line. Good individual effort there by Ingram. Looked like he was going to be stacked up after about a 3-yard gain, but 16 yards later, Western finally tracks him down.
You know, the Eagles put a lot of guys up in that box, about 7, 8 guys in the box. When he got past that initial rush, he had about 10 yards of clear selling.
All right, Harrington going to try Ingram up the middle again. Bounces off a man. Going to get a couple, and a flag comes in late.
Got Lance McLean leading the charge there. Senior, 6'2", 220, so good size inside linebacker there for the Eagles. And he rode Ingram down.
Got to think this is holding where it's coming from. No.
Formation.
Procedure penalty. And that'll nullify the gain and back the Cavaliers up 5 yards. And will play first down all over again.
So you got about 2 on the run there, right? So he needs to get 7 to scratch. We'll see if he can do it. What do you think? What's the over and under? 7?
I'm going to say I got over on this. On this. We have now turned high school football into a betting game. I like it.
Absolutely.
Harrington looking to throw. Looking out there for Lockley. Needs one man to miss. Up. And is he going to get that 7?
Oh, yeah, I think he got right to it.
It's pretty close.
It's pretty close. I thought.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. No problem.
Yeah. When he got into Noah Lockley's hands, I knew we were in trouble on the under.
He's going to pick up 11 on the play, bring up 2nd and 4. And I tell you, that's a good open field tackle to drag him down.
It was. That very well could have gone to the house because he usually doesn't let that first guy hold him up.
Harrington surveys the defense, takes the snap.
Running
hands
straight
inside,
ahead.
it's Ingram.
First down and
I
more.
tell you what, they're getting out of the way already. It's going to be a long night for Western if they don't figure out how to bring him down.
Yeah, he's just a bowling ball. He's just knocking pins over and going right up the middle. That's what he does the best. A great north-south runner.
Well, inside the 20, that's a Cavalier first down.
In the red zone, with a Zaxby's red zone, that's what I named it.
I like that.
For the first time tonight, the Cavaliers.
Actually, you know what? Zaxby's red zone is too mundane. That's been played. We're going to call it the tongue torch red zone.
Yeah,
all right, Eagles carries it down to about the 15, and good yardage in the running game, and they're not doing anything fancy, just plowing ahead.
Yeah, just plowing ahead, getting 3 yards and letting the Eagles pile on him. Sometimes he falls forward, sometimes he falls backwards.
Ingram, who is built like a brick.
3 yards in a cloud of dust. They've kept the same formation this entire drive. They've flipped the tight end from one side to the other a couple times.
All right, the hand one more time to Ingram. Ingram slides to the right. Now he's down inside the 10-yard line, and he'll have another Cavalier first down, depending upon the spot. They're moving the chains, and it will be 1st and goal. That's a Cavalier first down.
Yep, 3rd first down of the drive, and much of it obviously has been on the legs of Rodney Ingram.
Well, this is a little tighter formation than we normally see from the Cavaliers. Playing with 2 tight ends, I'll tell you what, Western's tired of that Rodney Ingram up the middle over and over and over again. They stuff him deep in the backfield, about a 6-yard loss there.
Lance McLean looks like one of the better defensive players for the Eagles. He's made a couple nice tackles, and he slipped right through the O-line of Southern Lee and met Ingram not long after receiving the football there. That was a good play.
Well, I tell you, if you're an offensive coordinator, you want to you want to keep doing the same thing until they stop you.
Time to try something different?
You put them on notice. We got that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what Coach Cox and that offensive staff come up with here. Oh, they're going to change the formation up a little bit, go heavy on the left.
Yep, moving Tanner Seagroves to the left
Ingram
side.
and Matthews flip-flop sides there. Harrington fakes the hand, looking for a man. Got it. Touchdown, Cavaliers.
Well, they did try something different.
Tay Flack on the slant. I tell you what, he got it out of there. Good anticipation by Harrington. Flack makes a pretty catch, runs right by the defender into the end zone.
It really looked like the defender was in pretty good position, and Tay Flack just cut him off and beat him to the football.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So an early lead for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, it was a nice play call there. And a good drive for the Cavaliers.
Yes, sir.
Harrington on with the hold.
Daniel Pisano on.
Yep, for the
sophomore
extra point.
Kicker.
Snaps a little high. He got it through.
I'm not sure how Western didn't block that.
There was guys jumping everywhere. I think it went through one of their face masks. But anyway, it's good.
Pisano kicked it pretty hard. I think it did. I think it just went through his head. All right. 7:13 left in the first quarter. Cavaliers out to a 7-0 lead. We'll take a quick break and be back with the kickoff.
For online banking made easy, there's only one choice, First Bank. Online banking, checking accounts for business and family to fit every need, including mobile banking, no-fee traveler's checks and money orders, and so much more. First Bank is conveniently located on Spring Lane, South Corner, and Sanford, and North Main and Broadway. First Bank is your progressive community bank.
Hi, I'm David Bashir. Here at First Bank, we feel like we've got all the right people in the right place to serve your banking needs now and in the future.
All right, welcome back to the Classic Nissan Game of the Week. I'm Chris DeLambert, Diamond Dave Caplan doing the color tonight.
And enjoying the chicken.
And Cavaliers out to a 7-0 lead early. And that's just kind of the start that Coach Neal and
I
couldn't
have scripted any better. A 3-and-out.
3-and-out, followed up by a long,
drive it 55
punishing
yards.
drive. Yeah. Popping them in the mouth.
And like you said, finally Western Harnett with a smaller field decided to key in on that running game, and Coach Neal dialed up, in the offensive coaches dialed up a nice little slant. Tay Flack executed with Harrington. Looks like we're going to have another of these short pop-up kicks.
A little spinner from Pisano. Fielded at about the 20, and ball carrier's wrapped up and dropped back just across the 20-yard line.
Marius Davis did a lot of dance moves, but only got about 5 yards on the return.
Davis, a shifty little guy. He'll make you miss.
Yeah. They have him listed as a 6', 180 athlete.
And he is an athlete. You'll see that
5'8", 180.
I was going to say 5'8" sounds closer. 6 foot. He must have been doing his own body. Yeah, when they need a play, they will force the ball into him. I'm sure that Southern's watched that on tape. That running game, not untracked yet. Going to be another big loss.
You just pick a number for Southern Lee there. They got in the backfield and tackled Colin Moore there after. Well, they're going backwards again, so bring up 7 and 13.
Behind those chains, 2nd and 13 coming up.
-7 on their offense. If I can do my quick UNC math.
Did you have to go to class regularly when you were chaplain?
Yes, I had to go to class. And I wish I would have learned about those paper classes. I would have.
Right.
Oh, my goodness. That was a dangerous-looking pass.
Floated it out there late, looking for the receiver, unable to connect.
Yeah, it was good coverage over there by
Khalil McClain
by
was
Fox.
The intended receiver. Tristan Ung can't float it out there late like that.
No.
That could have gone the other way. All right, 3rd down, 3rd and 14 coming up for Western. This is a big play early.
It is. I mean, this is so far a repeat of their initial drive. So here you'll see some pressure on Ung, and he'll throw an incomplete pass that was almost picked off, and then they'll punt again. That's my prediction, Chris.
You're big on the prognostications this evening, Dave.
Yeah.
All right, here comes the blitz. Medlock's got him in his sights.
No, this time he just sacked him.
And I think 5 Cavaliers combined on the sack. 3 guys get up out of the pile. Caleb Medlock was shot out of cannon.
I know. You got to give him the credit. There was no hesitation in Medlock in taking the line to the quarterback. And Ung is going to be shaking his head as he goes back to the bench wondering what in the world I don't have time to do anything.
All right, 4th and 20 coming up here. And Tanoa Lockley is going to have his heels at about the 35-yard line. Now he's backed up to the 40. And I'm going to make – since you're in the prognostication.
Have you seen one this year?
Seen one go to the house? I have not. But
this would be
that's a good high hanger, not going to be returnable, and is going to bounce out. Nice roll there. That's going to get all the way down to the 41-yard line. The Cavaliers will take over their 1st and 10. I tell you, though, I'm watching that pass rush come off the punt rush come off the left side. Southern's going to get one tonight.
That was a 40-yard kick, no return.
It was.
I don't think the special teams for the Eagles could have counted on anything better than that.
Well, I saw the Eagles play a year ago, and they had no kicker on the roster and actually went for 2 every time they scored.
Yeah, I was with you on that one. I remember that was down in at Western Harnett.
Yeah, looks like they've shored up the kicking game a little bit. Coach Culberson down there combing the junior high soccer programs.
They're bringing everybody.
Oh, Matt.
Yes, Matthews off the right side. Pretty good run there. The thing about this is eventually, and that might be why Matthews got the handoff there.
It was not Matthews on the hand.
Oh, was it?
No, that was Nick Locklear. That's
oh,
what
was
I thought.
It? Okay.
That 2-3 and 3-3 are difficult to tell apart, but that was Nick Locklear.
That was a good run.
It was a nice
4 yards there on first down.
Nick Locklear, a guy that plays double duty. And that's Matthews trying to get around the left side. He's going the wrong way. He's going to fall in the backfield, and that'll set him back up. Bring up 3rd and long after a nice first down run. That one just never looked right.
I really think unless you got the whole line moving and you're moving forward on a pitch, you should just go straight forward, because if you bust through the initial line of Western Harnett, you're going to have a lot of space. They're really bringing everybody. The safeties are coming up. The linebackers are filling the gaps early. But this will bring up 3rd and 11.
All right, so Harrington got single coverage down here on Lockley. It's soft. See if
man,
that's
going to
bring pressure.
Behind it.
Harrington looking down the field, throws it up there, 50-50 ball for Lockley. Lockley took the wrong angle. He had a shot at it, but Harrington did a good job just to get it out of there, but that'll bring up 4th down, and the punt team comes out. They were looking at the same thing we were, that single coverage.
Yep. And you're right. Tanoa kind of cut it in, and the ball might have sailed a little bit on Harrington, but a better line, and he at least would have had a shot at it. It still would have been a difficult catch.
Yes,
Pretty good coverage as far as single coverage goes.
It was.
But they were bringing the house and playing 2 corners on an island.
All right, Tamarius Davis back deep. Along with he's got a co-returner back there with him.
Almost
Tyrese Jones back there. No. Almost blocked. Gets
out.
Oh, nice, good heads-up play. Khalil McClain with a nice play came up there and caught Cavaliers sleeping and brings it all the way back out to 46.
Medlock's everywhere.
Yeah, he is.
And we got a flag on the 45-yard line of the Cavaliers. Let's see what this call is, Chris.
I'm on pins and needles, Dave.
We haven't had as many flags as the last time we did a football
sir,
game.
we've not. All right, so they got the return back out to midfield. They haven't even spotted the ball yet, so they don't know what the call is.
It should
so they
be
don't
on
know
the
what
Eagles'
they're walking
45-yard line,
and they don't know where they're walking it off from yet. It really shouldn't be this difficult. All right, here we go.
He got hands on the hips,
holding on the return team.
Well, back it up.
Well, they got to figure out. They got to figure out the spot of the foul here.
Do you? In this scenario,
spot foul on a return, Dave.
It was a holding away from the ball, though.
All right, so he's talking it over with the captains. Medlock says, "I don't know, Coach. What do you want me to do?"
Can they re-kick it?
No. Fox comes over. He's going to talk it over with the staff. This is awesome television.
Yeah. How about the cheerleaders? They got a little cheerleader assistant down there tonight.
They do have a little cheerleader assistant, and you know, the Cavalier program has hooked them up with some cool jumpsuits. All too often, you see the cheerleaders out there in miniskirts and these parkas. Those are really cool jumpsuits they got on, those sweatsuits.
So the offense is coming back on the field.
They're going to re-kick it? I'm confused.
No, I think they're getting a first down here.
That cannot be the case.
And that was just a holding call?
They're going to have to go over there and explain this to the Western Harnett sideline.
Yeah, they were worried about explaining. I mean, because if that was one of the options all along for the Cavaliers, I don't know why there was a debate.
I have no idea how they rationalize that. I don't know how that could possibly.
It's a 10-yard penalty, and it was 4th and 11. Unless it's an automatic first down type penalty, but that would almost have to be a personal foul. Well, we ought to leave this up to Big Daddy Donnie Clayton.
Oh.
I think it's 4th and 1.
I think it's 4th and 1 as well. I think the Chains has not gotten it together yet.
Yeah.
So
blame it on the chain.
This is a pre-kick hold. This is a pre-kick hold that results in a 10-yard penalty. It was 4th and 11.
Now
Southern's going to take
1.
the penalty and move the ball forward 10 yards, which results in 4th and
that's
1.
why they feel like they can garner a yard out of
Yes.
this play, and so they're going to take the penalty and bring the offense back on the field.
I'm a little confused as to why Rodney Ingram's not in the game right now.
This would be the ideal 4th and 1 candidate to receive the football.
Yes, he would.
I'll tell you what you don't need to do is pitch it and try to get out to the perimeter.
All right, now they've got it sorted. There we go. We figured it out before they did, Dave. 4th and 1, got a little less than a yard to go.
It's 4th down. Although the yard marker still says 1. Maybe they're getting in the projection. Oh, there he goes.
Here we go.
Okay, he's got it.
They've got the chain straight now. There we go. They flip it around. Everybody at home knows what's going on. We're straight. Harrington's straight. 2 men in the backfield. Rodney Ingham is on the sideline.
You got 9
Matthews
guys
and
in
Locklear,
the box.
and they're going to get a free first down out of this as Western does the unforgivable, and that's a Cavalier first down.
There you go. Well, if you can't,
that's a what a turn of events.
If you can't get it through actually playing offense, just let them shoot themselves in the.
And a heck of a hard count there. There were about 8 Eagles that jumped on the play.
Right.
All right. So from
the
4th
drive
and 11,
continues, Chris.
Locklear's got it. That Eagles defense is mad. They stuff him up and slam him back down well behind the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him forward
Locklear
progress
again.
back up. By the time they mark forward progress, they're going to call it no gain.
Yeah, maybe a slight loss on the play, but that's
Matthews and Locklear
probably a
remain-
Cavalier spot there, if anything.
Matthews and Locklear remain in the game with Harrington at quarterback. Lockley split out wide right. Tay Flack.
I think
at
we
the
need
top
to
of the
try
screens.
key in on number 5. If he comes in, we need to try Tay Flack.
All right, looking. Got Lockley.
Got Lockley. He's not going to gain much, but it is a positive play.
And there's a late flag coming.
A hold. This has got to be a hold.
That was
hold on the
really
Cavalier.
late. This may be a late hit on the quarterback. Chop block.
Oh, chop block.
Neither one of us got it. And that's going to back him up and bring up 2nd and a mile.
Well, this is the drive of penalties one way or the other. And I jinxed us on this one. I said, well, it's the first one it's not like it was 4 weeks ago. Well, it's turning into that on the second drive of the night for the Cavaliers. 3:25 left to go in the first quarter. Cavaliers do have a 7-0 lead.
They do. And now they have
It was a prettier
and-
football game after that first drive.
2nd and 26 coming up.
Yeah, it's tough to pick up a first down here. This is an ideal to Noah Lockley screen play here.
Well, you know what? 2nd and 26.
You're looking for a penalty on the defense.
Western Harnett's been playing single high safety.
Oh, they
the
have.
entire game.
And Tay Flack's
I'm running
your taller.
both those guys.
Tay Flack's your taller receiver.
I'm riding both those guys down the field, read the safety, and throw it to one or the other. Here it goes. Looking for Flack down the left side, overthrows him. But exactly what I said. Why not? You backed up like that. Take 2 shots.
Ooh, he was open too on the little poster out there, and not sure exactly where Harrington threw that one.
Harrington panicked a little bit. He had more time than he thought. His feel let him down.
It's a well thrown ball. It was just 10 yards
pass.
too far.
That was a Jameis Winston pretty looking interception. That's what Jameis Winston specializes in.
Eating W's.
Eating W's. No more. Now he's eating bench.
Yeah.
All right, 4 wideouts for the Cavaliers.
Different line. This is a different
Pass
formation.
rush coming.
There's your
a screen to Lockley. Lockley's going to pick this all up. Oh, he cut it back inside and not
cut
out.
It into the traffic, and he had the blockers on the outside.
Nice job of chasing that down, and he gets up thinking he has a first down, and he does not.
Yeah,
you got to be careful with the first down celebration.
He's nowhere near the first down.
No, he's not. But it was a nice play anyway. So no, Mr. Lockley, there is no first down.
I agree with you, though. I think if he would have stayed outside with his blockers,
Yes.
he might have gotten that first down. He might have gotten a touchdown.
I think he was going to score had he kept it outside. He's going to watch that on film and groan. That was a touchdown. But alas, the punt team is out on the field. We did this 5 minutes ago, and 2 plays later it was a first down for the Cavaliers on a wild set of circumstances.
If Western Harnett holds on the line, we know they're going to be 4 yards short of a first down. So let's get both coaching as no flag there this time.
All right, low line drive, not a bad punt. Going to get a Cavalier roll.
Yeah.
And be down at about the 15-yard line.
So an inside the 20 punt.
All this time later, the Western Harnett Eagles get the ball back.
After all that, it did help infield position for the Cavaliers.
It did. It did, because you remember there was a heck of a return there on the punt, not punt, by Khalil McLean. Brought it all the way back out to 40. So about a 30-yard field position switch.
Exactly.
Isn't that what you just said?
Yep.
Just reinforcing the point for you, Dave.
Oh, we're on the same page. So here comes the Eagles offense, and the Cavaliers defense has been suffocating them, led behind Caleb Medlock pretty much the entire night.
All right, keep your eyes on Tamarius Davis. Ung fooled everybody.
He did.
And hands.
Well, it was the biggest offensive play of the night, 2-yard gain up the middle.
Kentarius Thompson on the carry. I will buy you a drink at halftime if they do not attempt to get the ball to Tamarius Davis.
They haven't done it yet.
In the next 2 plays.
He's in the slot receiver. Kind of out there. He's kind of creeping in. Maybe we'll get a little
bubble screen coming.
Yeah, bubble screen. No,
nope.
They're going to pitch it to him.
No, they're not.
They used him as a decoy.
They did. And Kentarius Thompson picks up a couple.
Oh,
and this is the best third down situation Western Harnett's found themselves in this game.
And about 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5.
Call it 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. I'm getting there.
All right. Tamarius Davis in the slot to the right. 2 backs in the backfield with Ung.
Tyrese Jones, a tall-looking receiver here on the near sideline.
He is matched up against Tanoa Lockley.
I think Khalil McLean is on the far sideline. I think pretty good, looking athletes there in the receiver position.
Now, we said in the pregame, Western's never had any shortage of athletes. All right, Ung, looking, scrambling. He's flushed, looking down the field for Davis. Davis is on the sidelines. Is he able to reel it in? He is, and that's a first down Western Harnett. And I am not buying you a drink at halftime.
There you go. We were looking for him.
Good job by Ung, sort of directing traffic as he rolled out there to the right. Davis finally came back to him, and Ung able to deliver. 1st and 10, Eagles.
Yeah, had a couple Cavaliers in pursuit, but just couldn't catch him.
Well, good sign for the Cavaliers. The pass rush has been on point so far tonight, and that's got to make Coach Neal and the staff happy. Pass rush is coming again. The hand is up the middle, and I tell you, those backs coming in there on that delay 3 times now have been a step from doing real damage.
Yep.
And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. That was abrupt. All right, at the end of 1, Southern Lee Cavaliers 7, the Western Harnett Eagles 0. We'll take a quick break and see you for the second quarter.
Pat McCracken is a small business owner who wants to see Sanford continue to grow. Strong schools are the key for that to happen.
I've been in education for over 28 years as a teacher, a coach, a test coordinator, an administrator, and an athletic advisor. I want to make sure I pique the students' interest academically, athletically, technologically, and artistically. Vote for me for the Lee County Board of Education.
paid for by the committee to elect Pat McCracken Lee County School Board.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Letting my friends online know I was quitting kept me on track.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it. You can too.
For free help, visit cdc.gov/tips.
All right, welcome back to Southern Lee, here in the heart of Carolina.
You know it takes two to make a thing go right.
Man, Rob Bass, DJ Easy Rock during the break. Big Don Clayton, the PA guy here at Southern, one of our favorites. I don't know if is that street cred that comes with Rob Bass? Probably not. Probably the opposite.
I don't know.
Yeah. Just good stuff.
It takes two to make it out of sight. And that's why we're here. We're going to make it out of sight.
All right, Davis in motion. I think
that was a cluster. I don't know how.
Western.
Pretty good run there.
A little bit of trickeration there. And in the end, pick up about 5. It'll bring up 3rd and 3. Yeah, I think 4 different people in the backfield touched that ball.
Yeah, that was Kaleem Moore. And it looked like he should have been caught in the backfield. Somehow he gets about 4 out of it. So good individual effort.
Saw our friend Pat McCracken next door. Pat, of course, a candidate for the school board.
Yep. Also the PA announcer over for the Yellow Jackets. We got 2 guys offside.
Right back at you. Western Harnett says we can do that too. Hard count gets him a first down.
Samuel Singer was one of them.
Keeps the chains moving. That'll bring the ball out across the 40-yard line.
You know, E.J. Fox wears a big number here.
Yes.
For Cavalier Country.
Yes.
Wonder if he can live up to the number of old Nate Thompson.
Nate, redshirting at Duke. I was interested to see. I thought he actually might get to play as a freshman, but thus far is redshirted.
Oh, woo! Goodness. I don't know what happened there, but that looked like a clothesline.
A clothesline is illegal, Dave. I didn't see anything illegal on that play.
A clothesline across the middle of the body.
I like that.
Not across the neck area.
I like that a lot.
You got big number 50 checking in for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, of course, Nate Thompson was the big recruit out of Southern last year. Went up to Duke, Coach David Cutcliffe. Got him a heck of a ball player and a heck of a young man. Ooh, Ung with a nice move to get some back and then slides.
Still lost 2 yards.
We were talking about Big Don Clayton gaining street cred. I think in high school as a quarterback, if you slide like that, you lose a little cred.
Yeah.
Got to be a tough guy.
Got to live to see the next down, though.
Only a sophomore. He's got plenty of football ahead of him.
All right. Got 4 wide receivers in this formation, 3 of them near us.
And 3rd and long. This one's the one that Western Harnet's a little bit more used to. 3rd and about 13 coming up. 4 got wideouts.
Man.
Looking for the screen. His receiver fell down. It wasn't going anywhere. Anyway, actually, come on.
What's the
what's
the flag for? Think it's towards the head of the falling down receiver? I think
the Southern player reached out to kick that football as it hit the ground. I don't know what they're going to get.
Personal foul. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not a heads up.
Quite honestly, should have let him just catch it. It would have been a loss of
minus
2 more
the
yards.
penalty. It would have worked out better for Southern had he caught it because he wasn't going anywhere with it.
No.
That's
a big penalty.
Not the best play at the end of that.
No.
Coach Neal making a substitution.
Tanner Seagrove's running onto the field.
There's a proud papa somewhere in the stands.
And he's coming in for Medlock. Was Medlock the one that made the penalty? Or just needs a break?
Might just need a break.
Oh, right in there early.
And that's the second in just a short series, or just a few plays. The second time.
That's Cedric Douglas.
We've seen Douglas get in there
defensive
and
tackle. He is wreaking havoc. And locking them up. They're going nowhere when Big Cedric's in the backfield.
Yes. All right, second and long coming up for the Eagles. Clock inside 9.5 minutes left in the first half.
I think you're going to see Ung try to get it to Khalil McClain on this play.
All right. Pressure coming off the edge. Ung
couldn't
going
get rid
anywhere.
of it.
Going nowhere.
He was trying to look at Khalil McClain, but he couldn't pull the trigger.
Sam Singer.
Sam
dancing
Singer
coming out of there, too. I like it. That was some old Mark Gastineau, old school.
Absolutely. Old Stuart Forbes, he's over here scouting for Friday night game. What do you think?
Oh,
I think he just loves high school football.
I don't think I know too many people that love high school football more than Stuart Forbes, to be honest with you.
Oh, I agree with that.
And, of course, he got a young man up there at App State.
Yeah.
Of course, Keaton was a part of the first part of the season. Keaton probably wasn't part of the last weekend.
Tashawn McLaughlin almost had his second interception.
And
that one was in the
going
basket.
to the house.
That one was in the basket, and I think he saw headlights, and I think he saw everything. He saw Chris DeLambert going crazy on the TV later on tonight when he watched
cheerleaders trying to shake his hand after the game.
He was getting kisses and hugs.
Yes.
And, babies and mamas and cheerleaders. He was getting it all.
Yes.
And instead, it's fourth down. And to Noah Lockley is going to be back to receive the punt.
They're going to block this punt, Dave.
They're going to block it?
They're going to block it. It's coming off the left side. They're going to get it.
Yeah, we're held up again for some reason.
Well, Western knows they're coming after it. They're bringing in reinforcements. Be careful they don't have 13 guys out there on the field trying to protect this kick. It's coming off the left side. Rush is coming.
Here it comes.
No, they're backing off. They're going to return
it. Man, this snap.
Oh, man.
The snap.
Boy, that's a
good
big punt.
He caught a fair catch.
Fair catch. Oh, anticlimactic.
I tell you, the snap though is one to go after. Now the punter's good, but you got to get the ball to him.
They almost got to that. They didn't have a punt rush on.
No.
Which is a little surprising because they can get it off that left side.
They need Keaton Forbes to snap it for Western Harnett.
Yes, they do.
Ooh, that's like, when you used to, instead of snap it between your legs, you used to stand up there and kind of lob it back as when you're playing backyard football. That's how that snap looks. Just lob it back there.
Well, Lee County got a couple of D1 snappers that have come out of these two schools. Jack Quiggle, of course, at NC State.
That's a big thing in the special teams.
Yeah, I mean, there's two fastest ways to get your child to play professional sports in America: make them a long snapper or make them a catcher.
Yeah, the long snapper is probably quicker.
Quickest route.
Catcher, you still got to hit a little bit in high school.
True that. All right, 2nd and 6 coming up for the Cavaliers. Clock inside 8 minutes here in the first half. They are nursing a 7-0 lead.
The Cavaliers just need to get it behind this initial wave of the Eagles' defense because there's nothing back there. I mean, they're sending everybody every down.
Ball's out.
Oh, and the
lateral.
That's going to be a touchdown.
And Western gets a touchdown on defense that just kind of came out of nowhere. Bad exchange between Harrington and the back. It was picked up by the defender, and as he was wrapped up, lateraled to his mate. They carry it in, and Western has made their big play.
They have. That's going to tie the ball game up if we can get a kick through.
And Southern with
the Eagles,
a half of football so far, they really have dominated in all phases of the game. Going to have to figure out a way to make a play on offense.
Yeah, you got to try something different than them rushing it up the middle when they're bringing 8 guys every single time, right there in the heart of the offensive line.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Western has said, you know what, we're going to let you throw it over the top. Harrington's got to stand in there and deliver the ball down the field the way he knows how. All right.
Or quickly get it to the perimeter and let Tay Flack and Tanoa Lockley do their thing.
Dylan Smith on the kick for Western. Ball is down. Kick is up. And it is off the upright. And Southern holds on to a 1-point lead with 7:36 left. 7-6 Cavaliers. You're watching the Classic Nissan Game of the Week.
If something is worth doing, it's worth doing right. In this case, it's worth doing right and left. Introducing the all-new buttermilk and hand-breaded Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. One has sweet pickles, shredded lettuce, smoky backyard sauce, and a potato bun. The other is an undeniable classic with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Zaxby's. Friends. Family. Flavor. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait.
All right, welcome back to Central North Carolina. Southern
Yes,
League
sir. We're
taking on
back.
the Western Harnett Eagles. And a bit of a surprise.
We're not going to take it anymore.
No.
That's what Western Harnett said.
I'll tell you what.
And they were taking it right to the chin. And now you look up and it's 7-6, and other than a botched extra point, this will be a tie football game. Southern Lee's got to play some offense. They had a nice first drive, but
this
after
game
that,
a lot closer than it ought to be.
Right. Nice first drive. After that, they was kind of sputtering, and we got to figure out if there's anything wrong with Rodney Ingram, because he hasn't been back in the game after that first drive, which featured him.
Yeah, Ingram was the hammer in that first drive. They didn't have an answer. And with his helmet off on the sideline now. So we'll do some investigating, see what we can find out. But, yeah, after that first drive, it's been Matthews and Locklear in the backfield.
I don't know if he's in the doghouse or what. Good kick.
Good kick. Going to sail into the end zone for a touchback.
Southern League take over at the 20, or is it 25? What is it?
20
in high school. And Ingram is still sitting on the bench, drinking some Gatorade, so he'll be well hydrated if he does get back in the game. Let's see if the Southern League offense will find something a little different this time, Chris.
Yeah, you're talking about a touchback. Have you heard about the Alliance of American Football? You familiar with that?
No.
All right, so this is a new league. It has been sanctioned by the NFL. Well, not sanctioned. It has been endorsed by the NFL. But it's
yeah. No, I have heard of this.
Yeah. So it's 18. There's a flag.
We got flags everywhere. We got to the perimeter, and it's a good positive play.
Got to think this is a procedure foul against Southern as quick as that flag came out.
Yeah, got it out there to Anthony Matthews on the perimeter. He is the faster of the backs.
Referee's talking it over.
I think it's going to be 1st and 15 when they finish talking, but we're going to figure it out, aren't we?
No signal yet. But, yeah, for all intents and purposes, looks like they're going backwards.
Kind of migrating that way. What was it?
Oh, goodness.
Offsetting penalties?
Parafouls on the Cavaliers.
Huh. Take the...
So, illegal participation. So, I guess it was 13 men on the field.
And then a holding on top of that?
And then a hold. They're going to decline the hold, take the too many men penalty. 1st and 20 coming from the Cavaliers. This is about the last thing in the world they needed to start this drive. All right, 3 wide outs to the left.
Got Flack in a track position about 5 yards deep.
And they're going to go the other direction. Lockley makes a man miss, gets to the sideline. What burst. Gets it all back. They're going to give him 23 and a Cavalier first down. Wow. That's acceleration.
Well, he can do his first down sign this time.
Yes, he can.
Just like you do.
Yeah, just like me. Wow. So the reason I was asking about this Alliance of American Football, it's 8 teams. They're going to start playing in the spring. And, normally when this kind of thing comes about, you don't pay any much attention to it. But I was looking at the coaches they have brought on to spearhead.
They're basically going old school rules, right?
No, they're They're doing the opposite. So you got Steve Spurrier, Mike Singletary, Mike Martz, Rick Neuheisel. I mean, you've got legit coaches. Oh, what a catch! Oh, he dropped out at the end. What an effort from Lockley.
He does have a burst of speed.
He does. He's got another gear, and you saw him just leave the defensive back flat-footed there. Harrington, if he had that back, put about 18 inches less on that, that's a touchdown. But Lockley with a great effort, unable to reel it in.
I think
2nd and 10.
Knocked the breath out of him a little bit too, but he's meandering back to the line of scrimmage. Go ahead.
Michael Vick is the offensive coordinator for the Atlanta franchise. On and on and on. A lot of big names associated with it. But here's the thing, and I don't know if you were in studio with us on From the Cheap Seats when Brandon Atkins proposed that we eliminate kickers from football. They are going to eliminate kickoffs, and they're going to eliminate the extra point. You have to go for 2. Now, as it stands, they're going to have field goals, but no extra points and no kickoffs. And
so you have to go for 2.
You have to go for 2. But here's the kickoff thing. This is really cool because the problem I've always had with eliminating kickoffs, it is no doubt one of the most dangerous plays in sports.
I understand
and not even necessarily at the pro level, but at the high school level, you and I know that's where you put guys in on kick coverage that don't get to play a whole lot. They're traveling down the field and are subject to get destroyed.
Yeah, you're talking that's why they go to college and become binge drinkers.
Exactly.
Oh, nice little wrinkle here on this play. And Matthews tries to turn it. He was shoelace tackle there by the Eagles.
3rd and a yard coming up. But they would eliminate the
Lance
kickoffs,
McClain.
and the beef has always been, well, what about onside kicks, which is a legitimate concern. Here's the situation. If you, after change of possession, instead of kicking off, you take the ball at the 25-yard line. If you elect to, quote-unquote, onside kick, you get the ball at your own 25, 4th and 10. So if you can convert the 4th and 10,
oh, good catch here on the sideline.
keep the ball. If not,
Tate Flack.
It's the opponent's ball in your territory going the other way.
That's interesting. Yeah, I like it. Nice, different look here by the Cavalier offense. Getting the ball out quickly, getting it out to the perimeter, and getting it into some playmakers' hands. I'm kind of like what we've changed to.
All right, I like Flack on the wide side up there. Well, there's the pitch. Matthews has got it going the other way. And trying to get outside. It's going to get some positive yardage.
Yeah, it was a good job there. He was dragging an eagle with him from 5 yards deep in the backfield.
Now, Rodney Ingram's checked back into the game.
There you go. Not sure what the deal was. Maybe they want him nice and rested to finish this drive off. Or maybe it's possibly Locklear just kind of worn down and they had to go to him.
One way or the other, the big man's back in there.
The last time he was in the game, there was a touchdown scored by the Southern Lee Cavaliers. Uh-oh. We got one of these snap to somebody else type things. No?
Not sure what's going on.
Just Harrington swatting at a fly.
Harrington looking for Flack.
Hey,
delivers
underthrow.
it low. And I tell you what, that was read by the safety who came up, and Tyrese Jones wasn't far from picking that off.
Yep.
All of those hand signals, I'm not sure what they were trying to communicate, but they need to change their signals.
It's 3rd and 9. You're kind of in the area. You don't have to get a first down, but you certainly would like to get a positive play here.
Yeah, Jaquan Sherman checks into the backfield. We haven't seen him lined up at tailback any that I can remember this year. Looking down the field, it's got Flack. Flack dragging a tackler, stays on his feet. I tell you what, he's just not going to go down. Finally, they drag him down long after
they stopped the forward
dead, but they're going to get 22 on the play, all the way down to the 25-yard line, and that's a Cavalier first down.
I'll tell you, Flack, they're really laying off of him, and I guess they're scared that he's going to run right by him.
Well, that's exactly it, and that's the only way to sort of neutralize with Flack, and in particular with Lockley. You get up on him, you're just asking to get embarrassed.
There's Ingram.
When you give that much cushion, it gives your pass rush a second to get back in there.
Right.
Before Lockley can eat up that space. Excuse me, I'm struggling over here. But, playing off of him, playing that soft coverage, there are advantages to it. Now, what you'll see, you want to take that away, you take, one false step, get that quick hit, and then you've got a one-on-one matchup with one of those guys with the ball in their hand, Lockley being a very dangerous weapon. If they wanted to play off Lockley like that for me, I would do that until they stopped it and make them play him tight.
It's
now
going
looking
to
deep for Lockley. Lockley makes a
Touchdown.
play on the ball. Touchdown! Cavaliers!
Harrington, very smart there. He saw that the defender had his back turned, and just threw it right at the back of the defender and let Lockley cut inside for the touchdown on a little skinny post route.
Well, and how often do you see a guy that's fast and quick like that but doesn't have good ball skills?
Oh, yeah.
Lockley just went up and made a play. Not the biggest guy on the field, but good ball skills, just went up over top of the defender, made the play, and Pisano's on to stretch the lead to 14-6.
And it looks like the game plan for the Eagles are we're going to make Lockley or Tay Flack out on the outside beat us, and eventually you're not going to win all those battles.
I don't know how. Logan Hare, or excuse me, that's not Logan Hare plays for the Cavaliers. Chris Smith, number 17 for the Western Harnett Eagles, twice has been back there and basically could have taken it,
pick it off the ground, and
take it out of the holder's hands, and has jumped up in that. That's the most bizarre thing I've ever seen.
I almost think Pisano's kicking it under him.
You may be right.
We'll have to watch
the tape. I don't know how he's
Wynn's going to have to
those.
dial that up on a replay for us, right, Wynn?
Yeah, Wynn can do that. But Southern, though, can't keep tempting fate. They got to shore up that protection because he's going to get one at some point.
It's kind of like Swiss cheese up there right now.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
I literally think he could have taken it out of the holder's hands.
Twice now.
I don't know how he missed that.
He doesn't need to jump. He just needs to stand there. Maybe he's scared of getting it.
Could be.
Getting it in a bad place. I don't know.
It could be.
All right. So Cavaliers now reassert themselves up 8 in this game. 4:04 left to go.
Time.
Huh?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. Well, old Big Daddy Donnie Clayton down there, he'll mix it up on us. He'll go everywhere with it.
Yes, he will.
He loves his job.
More scouts coming out here, buddy. I tell you what.
Oh, I know.
Everybody from Lee County coming over here to scout. We see what's going on here. Yeah, got your notebook out.
Short kick again.
High
from Pisano.
And fielded. Well, I tell you what.
That could have been a nice position to call for a fair catch because he could have gotten lit up on that one.
29-yard line.
But he held on to it.
Eagles ball moving across your screen left to right. Trailing 14-6. They'd love to get back on the board one more time before halftime. Cavaliers not having that.
And remember, the only score that came from this Eagles ball club was from their defense. The offense hasn't done much, although they look better at times in the last drive. But they really haven't done much. So Cavalier defense has done a great job of not giving Ung much time nor much room.
All right, Tristan Ung checking the wristband. Western, one of those teams where everybody's got a wristband. They don't count on anybody yelling out plays to them. Everybody just goes straight to the wristband. Ung drops. Delivers low. That was a bad-looking pass all the way around.
Yeah, and he had Khalil McClain there on a little hook route, but just simply missed him. It was a kind of a long throw from the far hash.
Low and behind him. It's a bad combination.
Especially
a big guy like that.
Yeah.
Khalil McClain.
Yeah,
big, long athlete.
Throw it high and in front of him.
Yeah.
Let him go up and get it. Got big number 41. Cedric Douglas had a great game inside.
Wait a minute.
Do we have a hold call?
We got a hold.
I didn't even see that, Laundry.
I didn't either. So 1st and 20 coming up. That's a spot foul. They're going way back.
Oh, yeah.
Woo.
Well, that's going to make this a difficult drive for the Eagles to get out of their own territory, but it will get the Cavalier side thinking about one more opportunity. Oh, my goodness, that's an interception.
To Noah Lockley, touchdown, Cavaliers!
I don't know who put the heat. Was that Medlock put the heat on?
Yes, hit him right in the breadbasket. Man. He hung that thing up there. To Noah Lockley could have signaled for a fair catch, decided,
if I'm
going to catch
this,
why don't you just go ahead and run it back in.
Well, what I was trying to say is it looks like it's going to give the Cavalier an opportunity to score again in this half. I didn't know it was going to happen.
You should have gotten that out of your mouth before it actually happened.
I didn't know it was going to happen on the next play, Chris.
All right, touchdown Cavaliers.
Did he step out of bounds?
Oh, come on.
They say he stepped out of bounds on the 10.
I'm not buying that.
Yeah. Well, they're in the Zaxby's red-hot red zone. Or what was it?
The tongue torch red zone.
Tongue torch red zone.
All right. Harrington going to keep it. He's going in
flat.
That's
Harrington.
Now, that time, it's a Cavalier touchdown.
Well, one play drive, 10 yards. And they might even have an opportunity to score again in this half.
They could.
Yeah, 3:42 still left to go.
20-6. Let's see if the Cavaliers special teams can keep number 17 out of there.
Yeah, I would have a talk to this special teams crew and have them shore that up.
All right, so Chris Hare has come through untouched on both extra point attempts.
Yes.
Been there to block the kick and has whiffed.
I've determined you don't want this game to come down to a field goal.
No.
Which the Jordan game that you and I watched did.
Yes, it did.
Come down to a field goal.
All
and
right.
Pisano was the hero that night. So here he is for.
You know what?
Somebody moved?
Be interested to see this call. See if the Western Harnett players are simulating a snap. They got the center to flinch.
Yeah. So 5 more yards.
Which is no big deal to Pisano. The Western Harnett special teams unit's a little bit too excited about that.
They are. They take victories in
But given
small
how close
doses.
this thing has been to being blocked the first 2 times, I'm sure they're a little jumpy on that Southern Lee line. All right, so they're loaded up.
Harrington on the hold. They're flexing.
They are, and he's through, and he misses it again. And I'm going to tell you what they're doing is illegal, Dave.
Are they double teaming?
They are absolutely double teaming the center every single time.
Yeah, you can't do that.
No, and they've got 3 guys. They're thumping the center, and he's coming right through in that gap. And I don't know why nobody's picked up on it over on that Southern Lee sideline thus far. But they're in Pisano's head a little bit, and he misses the extra
They're talking
point.
about it down here on the sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the coaches spotted that.
Well, at that, and they're simulating a snap. So you got a couple of things going on there. You can see the Western Harnett players barking and flinching. A lot of nonsense
It's
going
encroachment.
on. It is encroachment. It is encroachment. And, you know, we were talking about
We'll see
football.
what this talk does here.
We're talking about old school football. That's new school stuff. It's been around a while. You can't double team the center. That's dangerous, Dave.
Who is that coach?
I don't know.
In the sweatshirt.
I don't know.
Looking up here at us.
I really just don't know.
All right, we're going to go with Ed Burgess.
That's not Ed.
It's not Ed?
No.
Okay, process of elimination.
All right.
I'll put you on it. You know him better than I do. Oh, well, no, Coach Neal's into it now. I gave him an absolute earful.
You're talking about to the referee, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
He should.
Yeah, he should. You're right. And a little longer here on this kick. And we got it blown dead. I'm not sure why. I'll tell you what, he's lined up, and Pisano, Jerry Lassen.
I think it's Jerry Lassen.
We're going to go with Jerry.
That's
Jerry spotted it, and now he's got Coach Neal worked up about it. So we'll see if they continue to do this or if we get a penalty call eventually. Coach Neal's still going at the side judge here. Anyway, we're going to re-kick it, formation penalty on the Cavaliers. And so we're going to attempt the kickoff again 5 yards deeper. It's going to give Tamarius Davis an opportunity probably to return one here, Chris. 5-yard penalty there.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was going to check. That is Coach Jerry Lassen, and he is giving the officials an earful. And everybody over on the coach's side of the box up here is aware of what's going on. They're just as upset about it as we are. Probably a little bit more, but not much.
And that was Tamarius Davis on the return. Decent return. It'll be a second-best field position of the night for the Western Harnett Eagles.
Yeah, 41 I think is as far as they've gotten. All right, so the 31-yard line, 3.5 minutes left to go in the half, now trailing 20-6. This Western Harnett team, I have to give them credit. I did the Western Harnett Lee County game a couple weeks ago, and Western, there were plenty of opportunities for them to punch out and pack it in, and they did not. To their credit, they played that game tough to the final whistle, and I actually walked away from that game very, very impressed with the way they had conducted themselves, because the second half of that ball game just completely got away from them. They came into it as a huge, huge underdog. In fact, coaching staff, we had a chance to talk to them the night before the game. They really were just trying to keep it under control.
Right.
They kept that game close. They executed a game plan in the first half that was great. Went in, the game was still in question up until about 5 minutes left in the first half when Lee County tacked on a couple of touchdowns just like this. And then in the second half, Lee County just came out and
just blitzed them.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, 46 unanswered points, I think, in the second
63-3.
Was that Western Harnett or Harnett Central? I'd have to.
That might have been Union Pines. I don't know.
Yeah, Lee County's put.
They put big numbers up on everybody.
They do. I will say this though, and I know it's predominantly Southern Lee
63-3. It was 63-3.
And I've never seen a game that was 63-3 that was not completely lopsided on the field. Dave, it was
46 in the second half.
It was
that's
turnovers.
What
it was really kind of a bizarre game. But my point is, Western Harnett's going to play you to the end.
Right.
Whoa!
That's the third time tonight that Tashawn McLaughlin could have had an interception, and I really think he kept.
That wasn't
Elijah Brown.
Yeah, that was
from
Elijah.
an opportunity.
Oh
no, yeah, but
gotcha.
Tashawn McLaughlin undercut him.
I see.
And it was kind of like either one of them could have got it, and neither one of them got it. But it's 3rd and long.
It is.
And it's to Noah Lockley's turn to get an interception. But I doubt they'll throw it that direction this time.
Lockley won't drop it.
No. He's got hands like Velcro.
And I bet he won't step out of bounds at the 10-yard line again either.
I don't think he did last time.
Here comes
but I don't.
The rush coming up the middle, going down there, looking and overthrows everybody.
Yeah, good coverage, kind of blanket coverage over there.
It was.
Trying to hit the playmaker Davis on the sideline.
And now, if you're Western Harnett, this is danger close here. This game was tight until 5 minutes ago, and they're going to give the ball back to a Southern Lee team that's got all the momentum. And if they score again here, it's going to be tough sledding for Western Harnett. They have got to play some defense and manage to get off the field without any further damage.
And here's where, do you want to bring pressure? Do you want to let your star athlete set up a return? Do you want to risk a penalty? They're not bringing any pressure. That's a short kick. Lockley's going to get away from it.
All right.
So that's probably best-case scenario for the Eagles.
Comes down at the 34-yard line. Yeah, they've done a good job. Lockley hadn't had a crack at one yet. The Southern Lee offense will come back out on the field. 2:22 left, up 20-6. Looking to add to that. And I'll be interested to see what kind of coverage Western comes out in. They have been playing their safety close to the line of scrimmage all night. Looks like they're going to back the safety up significantly here. He's playing 17 yards off the ball.
And you got Tay Flack in at quarterback, so that brings in a little bit of a wrinkle.
You're going to see some option here. I think they're going to run the option to the near side.
Logan Harris checked in for the first time tonight at
false start. Oh, I don't believe they got away with that. Nope, Flack's just going to keep. Gets it to the outside, makes a man miss. He's got first down yardage across 17 on the carry for Tay Flack and a Cavalier. First down.
Big positive play. I mean, you could project what was going to happen as far as we were going to run the football there.
Well, and that was one of those, let's see how the drive gets started. Flack is going to go back to his wide receiver spot, I think. Nope, Harrington's going to stay in the game, but at wide receiver, which means they're going to try to go hurry up
here.
That's
Logan Hare over here. 2:08 left in the half. Flack's not in any hurry. He's going to throw it, and he hits Hare, and he gets out of bounds.
Nice Hare, who's always easy to find with the good, clean white shoes.
Yeah, he does. That's true. You got to keep your shoes clean now. That's your wheels, man. That's your wheels. Man. You got to keep the tread rolling.
It is. And, Coach Lonnie Cox, the offense coordinator for Southern Lee, everywhere he goes, I'm sure people are like, hey, man, you know what you ought to do? Every time I see him, I'm like, throw the ball to Hare every once in a while.
Yeah. Tall kid.
Hare catches everything. All right, Flack in the line of scrimmage.
How did he get through
Teleports through, is going to get about another 15 on the play, and is dragged down at about the 27-yard line. Clock stops to move the chains, 1:47. Southern is threatening.
Really the third offensive strategy that we've seen from the Cavaliers tonight. You had Harrington kind of giving it to Ingram. That scored the first touchdown. Of course, the slant is what scored it to Tay Flack. Then, all right, Harrington getting the ball to the perimeter out of his hands in a hurry, and now bringing Tay Flack with a run-pass threat. So, really interesting.
Fakes the handoff, back up in the lines. Not go well. Drag tacklers for a couple yards. About a minute and a half left. Clock will stop. Timeout, Cavaliers. And we'll take a quick break while they talk about it. You're watching the Classic Nissan Game of the Week on the NFHS Network.
This is a crisis alert from Save the Children. Hurricane Florence has slammed the East Coast, causing massive destruction. Millions are affected by this disaster. Families have lost everything. Children's lives have been turned upside down. They're frightened and need to feel safe again. Save the Children is on the ground with emergency response teams and critical supplies to help families in need. To learn how you can help, go online at savethechildren.org.
All right, welcome back to the Classic Nissan Game of the Week from Sanford, North Carolina. Big 3A matchup as Southern Lee is out in front of the Western Harnett Eagles,
20-6
business
and threatening with 1:25 left to go in half.
Down the barrel.
They're trying to get into the Zaxby's
tongue torch zone.
Tongue torch red zone.
Yes.
For the fourth time tonight.
Yes. All right, Flack stays in at quarterback.
Got Lockley, Hare, E.J. Fox, and we've got
– there's 5 free ones. That'll bring up second and short now.
Yeah, it's a late flag. But I think everybody knew what had happened. See, what had happened is the hard count.
We are way ahead of you, Mr. Referee, way ahead of you.
But that brings up second and short.
Second and a long 3, we'll call it. Flack still in. All right, watch Quan Sherman down here.
Yeah.
Lined up in the slot. Something's going on with him.
Yeah.
He delays, gets out of there quickly.
He overthrew him.
Tay. You had him.
Yeah, it wasn't a pretty thrown ball. Oh, by the way, we are officially in the tongue torch red zone.
All right.
Because we're on the 19-yard line. I just noticed that.
Very cool.
3rd and 3. I have a feeling this is going to be a straight up the middle run by Tay Flack.
I'll buy that for a nickel. I think it's 4-down territory, too.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm with you on that.
The coaching staff has obviously seen what Western Harnett's done, and no chance flipping the field with a big play on a block kick. All right, Flack's going to keep picking his way through. Going to be really close to a first down. Going to depend on the spot.
Slightly shy. But we'll see if the chain gang can get some glory. They've already thrown fourth down out.
Foot and a half short, clock ticking down toward a minute. And I tell you what, I'm a little surprised. Ingram standing over there with the coaching staff.
He's spending much of this first half on the bench. But he is talking to Coach Neal now, so maybe he's out of the doghouse, whatever he did.
I don't know.
They're winding the clock down, I guess, just in case they don't.
Well, they've got 2 timeouts left, so Southern not in any hurry. So they're going to talk about it. And we'll stay here through the time.
Might get Ingram in the game because he was discussing what was going to happen there with Coach Neal.
So, from here, I'll be headed to the studio. We'll be recording from the cheap seats with Chris DeLambert, Brandon Atkins.
Tonight?
Yeah. Doing the show. Oh, I'm sorry. We'll be doing it tomorrow. You're right.
Okay.
I'm completely confused about my days. But one of the things we'll be doing on the show
it's going to be a late night for you.
Trying to figure out things that are less likely to happen than Hugh Jackson winning a football game as the Cleveland Browns head coach. Off the top of your head, do you know what his total record in his 3 years in Cleveland was before he finally got the boot this week.
2 wins?
3 wins. 336-1, Dave.
That's pretty good longevity.
About 9.5%.
Pretty good longevity for 3 wins.
So we will be exploring other things that have less than a 10.
There's not only a first down, but a touchdown for Locklear.
Did anybody touch him?
Yeah. His teammates are touching him right now. They're high-fiving.
Wow.
And Donnie has hit the emergency call.
I like that.
Yep.
I like that. That's new.
They're on fire. Roll them.
That's beautiful. I think he just started a new tradition. That's like my favorite thing ever. You know, I've heard cannons shoot. I've seen fireworks.
No, I like that.
I've heard bugle
like
calls. I've seen people do push-ups, but I've never heard of EMS sirens. That was
good, yeah.
Well done, Don.
That's maybe that's Locklear's touchdown.
All right, let's see if
song.
let's see. And no. So the referees obviously have had a conversation with the Western Harnett.
It looked a lot better that time, didn't it?
It did. That looked a little bit more like what you would expect. Guys lined up and blocked one-on-one. So Pisano able to add the extra point, stretches the lead to 27-6, 33 seconds left in the first half. But yeah, you gonna make it over to the studio tomorrow for the show?
Well, we'll see.
We'll
see.
What is that?
Probably no.
Wow.
Yeah, so they say. No, I told you the wife might be getting a new car.
Are you headed over to Classic Nissan to see what they got going on over there?
We might have to check them out in the search.
Definitely should.
No doubt.
Definitely should.
They say Southern's way of saying I'm not is I'll try. Isn't that what they say?
Yeah.
Basically means I ain't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll try. Yeah, that means
I'll try.
I ain't.
We'll see.
I ain't going to do it.
I ain't going to do it. Yeah.
It's a nice way. The nice Southern way of saying I'm not going to do it.
Usually we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll try. I'm going to try that. I'll try to do that.
No. I know you well enough, Dave.
You either try or you do. I mean,
No, all right, Yoda.
Do or you don't. There's no
is
try
no
to
try, only to do.
Something like that.
Something like that.
So, you know who's going to try to score a touchdown will be the Eagles offense with 33 seconds left to go. They might just want to get into the half. They might not
probably
even.
That would
they might
probably be the way to go. I tell you what, they've had a couple picks already tonight and a couple others that might have been. And I'd be a little hesitant to put the ball in the air because this thing could be over going into the half if they turn it over one more time. All right, nice return coming here.
Yeah. That's Kentarius Thompson, who's touched the ball a couple times tonight and looked good.
Nice little run.
You know, once again, got some talent in the skilled positions. I think they're getting beat up front.
Got a couple athletes. Blake Culberson, this is his second year, and winless last year, if I'm not mistaken. 2 wins in his pocket this year in conference.
Right.
Honestly, this is a team, the road for them to become sort of the perennial third best team in this conference is not it's not a pipe dream. They could do that. They've got some work to do before year in and year out they're able to compete with Southern and then with Lee County, who in this format is the big bag dog on the block. You know, it was Terry Sanford for years and years and years.
Right.
They were the
got
nemesis.
out of that one though. Yeah.
But
got
you know,
away
even
from
in
the
that
Cape
conference,
Fear.
even in that conference though, with Grace Creek and those schools, it was tough competition.
Mm-hmm.
This is a little bit more evenly matched among these schools, but Lee County is sort of head and shoulders above everybody right now. Southern's had their number for the last few years, though.
They have. I think that'll be a little different as the half ends this year, but they still got to play the football game. They get to play it here in Cavalier Country next week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, we'll be back with the halftime show. We've reached double zeros in the first half. 27-6 Cavaliers. They are getting it done. We'll come back and talk about it here in just a minute.
Let's do it.
Shop our inventory online at us1cdj.com.
All my sales, service, and finance has been done here at US 1. They are great guys to work with.
And I can honestly say that in every aspect of the process, I was included, I was respected, and I would highly recommend coming to give them a try.
I have shopped US 1 for over 20 years. Ranger Happy and I enjoy it, and we love this place.
Real prices, real people. Get the real deal
at US 1.
US 1 Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep presents Halftime Report on WBFT.
All right, welcome to the US 1
Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep
halftime show. We'll
have to go there.
Best team ever.
We'll have to go there and look car shop too, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Actually, yeah, that's right down from my previous residence where we moved out to West Sanford, and spent much time out there. They always get cool stuff on the lot out there. Go check them out too.
Yeah. I know muscle cars.
I know your wife is shopping, as is mine, and that can be a painful process for you, gentlemen. Make it easy. Go out there and put those guys to work.
That's right.
They'll actually happy to order whatever you want. They can find it.
Absolutely.
They've got access to whatever. Work it out. All right, so we came in. We talked about the fact that Western was really playing to save their season. Really kept it close. And this really has shaped up to look a lot like the Western Harnett Lee County game a couple weeks ago, where Western played a heck of a first quarter, kept it close, made a big play. They pulled to within 7-6, and then the wheels came off.
Yeah, the end of that second half really went to Cavaliers. It was good. I know Coach Neal's probably going to talk about this at halftime. It's great to see after the momentum had entirely switched in the ballgame. Southern Lee had total control of the football game. Little field position flip put the Southern Lee offense back against their goal line. Fumble, touchdown, and the Cavaliers could have gone a different direction afterwards, but they didn't, and it maybe refocused them, and they finished the half very strong with a turnover of their own, as well as Tay Flack led a nice drive. I mean, it was good into the half. We'll see if they carry that momentum into the second half.
You know, when that turnover turned touchdown, there was a tension just sort of took over the stands, the press box. You could feel it. The energy had changed. And everybody knew it except the Southern Lee players. They just went out and they're like, all right, it's on.
Yeah.
And before you knew it, they put 3 more touchdowns on the board, and they're comfortable with a 27-6 lead. We've seen 3 completely different offenses tonight from the Cavaliers.
Right.
Started out, it was Ingram up the middle. Western Harnett.
And it was quite efficient.
Western Harnett finally figured out how to stop that. Then they started throwing the ball to the outside to Flack into Lockley. And then at the end of the half, you saw a heavy dose of Tay Flack keeping the ball from the quarterback position, running that Wildcat. Be interested to see what they go back to in the second half, or if they bring out an entirely new wrinkle. But one way or the other, Southern showing that they can move the ball effectively and utilize all of those weapons they've got available to them on
Absolutely.
offense.
And there is, because it's a Monday night game and the Yellow Jackets played last Thursday, there are a lot of Yellow Jacket folks in the crowd, and so they're going to see all these wrinkles. And I don't know if that's advantageous or not, or maybe it just shows, hey, there's a diverse offensive opportunity.
What? All right, you were talking about Lee County folks rolling up in here, but, man, we just got an unexpected guest. All right, any last thoughts, Dave, before we send you to the break?
No, it's a 27-6 Cavalier lead.
All right, this has been the US 1
Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge
halftime show. You're watching Chris DeLambert, Dave Caplan. We'll see you back here for the second half kickoff.
For decades, residents of Lee County have trusted First Health of the Carolinas to provide quality health care to the Sandhills region. First Health is excited to expand services offered in Lee County with the opening of the new First Health Lee campus located at 2919 Beech Tree Drive in Sanford. The newest First Health campus includes a 25,000 square foot fitness center with an indoor walking track, saltwater pool, weight area, cardio equipment, Les Mills group exercise classes, and so much more. Also offered within the fitness center are physical therapy and cardiac rehabilitation services. The 40,000 square foot medical office building includes a primary care practice, convenient care, outpatient imaging and laboratory services, back and neck pain, and a variety of surgical specialties. For more information about the new First Health Lee campus, visit our website at www.firsthealth.org or call 1-800-213-3284.
Pat McCracken is a small business owner who wants to see Sanford continue to grow. Strong schools are the key for that to happen.
I've been in education for over 28 years as a teacher, a coach, a test coordinator, an administrator,
and an athletic advisor. I want to make sure I pique the students' interest academically, athletically, technologically, and artistically. Vote for me for the Lee County Board of Education.
Paid for by the committee to elect Pat McCracken Lee County School Board.
If something is worth doing, it's worth doing right. In this case, it's worth doing right and left. Introducing the all-new buttermilk and hand-breaded Southern Sweet and Smoky and Southern TLC chicken sandwiches. One has sweet pickles, shredded lettuce, smoky backyard sauce, and a potato bun. The other is an undeniable classic with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. Zaxby's. Friends. Family. Flavor. Order ahead on Zaxby's.com or use our app to skip the wait.
It's game day at Classic Nissan.
I'm Mike Stozer, General Manager at Classic Nissan here at Sanford. My team of professionals have every position covered to meet all of your automotive needs.
The starting lineup. Your captains on offense, number 5, Holden Cruz. And number 10, Jasmine Dole. Your captains on defense, number 55, Wesley Tater Womack. Number 7, Steve Dandrin. Whether you're a Yellow Jacket or a Cavalier, everybody gets a classic deal. For sales, service, or parts, visit us at ClassicNissanSanford.com or in person on Highway 87, right across from Walmart in Sanford.
Nobody beats a classic deal.
Official Caro sponsor. Are you ready for some football only on WBFT? Welcome to the Classic Nissan Game of the Week.
All right, we're on campus at Southern Lee High School in Sanford, North Carolina.
Let me tell you something, Chris.
Yes, sir.
That's a good-looking chicken sandwich that Zaxby's has.
I tell you what, man.
Beggars can't be choosers, and I love the chicken tray.
You want a whole bunch of chicken sandwiches out here.
I remember when Richard used to give us those hamburgers. Those were dynamite.
Brother.
Whew.
Were they?
Yeah, they were. Don't you remember that?
Oh, I remember it well.
Yeah. I'm still working those off.
Man.
Anyway,
but yeah,
it's awfully kind of Zaxby's.
That chicken sandwich is banging.
They brought so much chicken out here. I was doubting whether it'd get eaten up in the press box.
Well, I'm eyeing,
and it's about empty.
I'm eyeing the last couple, so I'm praying for an early timeout so I can sneak over there and get me another couple fingers before they're gone.
Cameraman Brandon, thank him for his wonderful job tonight. He's doing a great job, but he's eating a lot of chicken.
I was going to say, is he guarding it or is he eating it?
He's parked right next to it.
Yeah. All right, Southern to receive the second half kick. Come on and get this ball to Lockley.
Oh, it's a long kick.
High kick. Straight down the middle.
Lockley's
fielded.
Under.
No, it's not Lockley.
Is it not?
No, it's not. It was McLaughlin.
Oh, McLaughlin.
Lockley was lined up to the left. Not that I didn't want to see Deshaun McLaughlin return a kick, but I love watching Tanoa Lockley in open spaces. Well, all right, 27-6.
Looks like they're going to have 80 yards to go here, Chris, or 78 yards.
78. I like that. All right, so they're going to go back to more like the offense we're accustomed to seeing Southern run. 4 wideouts.
Yep.
Ingram in the backfield. They'll split Matthews out in the slot. The hand is to Ingram. Ingram takes a shot.
Kind of lost
going to lose a couple
a yard there.
Never able to get the legs churning.
No, that's right up the Eagles' defensive alley there.
Well, they had success running the ball up the middle, but it was from that tight formation where they were bringing in 2 tight ends.
A couple more blockers in there, more to account for the white helmets.
They spread them out that time and tried to run essentially the same play that worked all the first quarter.
I tell you, Harrington.
All right, you got man coverage out to the right. I'm looking bubble screen out there. You got 3 wide receivers out to the right. Nope, going to hand it to Ingram. Ingram fighting. Going to get back to about the original line of scrimmage.
Let's bring up 3rd and 10, and Harrington's on his back. Tyrese Jones got into backfield pretty quickly there for the Eagles. Kind of on a safety blitz is what it looked like. So 3rd and 10. Maybe 3rd and 11. Got some people coming from everywhere to eat that chicken in the press box now. Harrington still got Ingram in the backfield with him.
Harrington drops, steps into it, lets it go for Lockley. Lockley's under it and cannot bring it in.
I thought he had it. That was a well-thrown football right there, Chris. That was a well-thrown football.
It was, and just missed connecting for what likely would have gone for a touchdown.
Well, not the best start to the first drive of the second half. And we'll see. It looks like the Eagles are going to put a lot of people up at the line of scrimmage here.
We've got 10 men at the line of scrimmage. They're
And
coming
they're
after
coming
that
after
kick.
it. The kick's off.
Not going to get to it.
He was hit. Punter was hit.
We'll see if it's the 5 or 15-yard
Casey
variety.
Powers was knocked down.
Nice punt when it was all said and done.
It was. Running into the kicker, 5-yard penalty. I don't think they'll want to re-kick that, to be honest with you.
So I think they'll add that on to the end of the kick, which will give Western Harnett the ball at about the 35-yard line.
It was a 35-yard punt, no return. So if they add that onto the end of the kick, that's another 5 yards in the 40-yard net. And here comes the white uniforms of the Western Harnett Eagles. They'll start on their own 35-yard line. 65 yards to go to make the game a little more interesting.
Yes. And Western Harnett, defense did their job. Turned the ball over, got off the field in a hurry.
Yeah.
Going to turn it over to this offense. The offense got to get some rhythm. Like you said, the only score from Western Harnett was on the fumble return for a touchdown. The offense just has not been able to sustain a drive.
No, they haven't. I can't think, but maybe one first down on the game, and they're not going anywhere on that first play.
That was never going to work.
You had Locklear in on that tackle.
Kaleem Moore on the carry, and a lot of misdirection there as they ran Tamarius Davis in motion.
Yeah. Cedric Douglas was in on the action again. He really eats up a lot of space on the interior.
He's having a great game.
He is having a good game. We got Davis in motion. Oh, he's turned upside down. That's McLaughlin.
Who's having a nice ball game.
He is having a good ball game. And much like the first half, the Western Harnett Eagles are going backwards here on offense. They're going to bring up 3rd and about 14. And this gets a little dangerous for their offense because
that pass
Ung just hadn't had much time.
No.
Yeah. And these guys can pin it back and just run after it. I don't think you'll see a run here.
All right, here comes the blitz.
Metlock coming in.
Forced him up. And they're in man coverage. Ung's caught him and is going to be right near the first down.
I think he got it.
He's getting a favorable spot. They have to go back and mark it where he gave himself up, but they're going to mark it. That's a first down Eagles. Good awareness by Ung, and I tell you, Medlock got up the field.
That's short of the
first
first
down. There was nobody behind him.
Chris, that's short of the first down.
I agree, but they didn't even call for the chains. Referee made
because it was on the 35-yard line. The nose was on the line of the football. I'm sitting here looking at it 1 foot short of the line of the football, but he's like, the heck with it. It's a first down. Move on. No, don't even measure. That's quite interesting.
That was interesting. Ung drops.
He's taking too much time. He's going to use his legs. We got a hold.
Got a hold, and Southern lucky to get away with a late hit there as Ung gave himself up.
There's a second flag there too. Back. Are they both a hold? Oh, both a hold. We're going to take this hold, which is going to make it
First and 25.
25,
maybe
26.
First and 26 if they mark it from the spot.
But the spot doesn't really matter anymore.
It's all relative, buddy.
It's all relative. If I feel like it's a first down, it's a first down because it was a good run. Anyway, it's going to be first and forever.
First and 25 now for Western.
And I think Western just picked up their second first down of the game. So to think that they can make it 25 yards, they're going to need help from the Southern Lee defense.
Well, they're going to have to they got to be a little bit more, disciplined in their pass rush. Ung has shown, you give them a lane.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're going to have to contain them a little bit.
All right, nothing there. That wasn't close. Second and 25 coming up.
Yeah, he's trying to squeeze it in the middle of what looked to be a zone defense between Locklear and McLaughlin. And the receiver found the spot, but the ball didn't.
Yeah, Ung had the nice play early to Tamarius Davis on the sideline where he scrambled, rolled to his right. But other than that, has really struggled in the passing game, in particular throwing the ball down the field. Just hadn't had a whole lot of success. All right,
so I'm not sure why they held the game up there.
I don't know. Referees are out of control, buddy.
They're out of control. All right, they're still kind of – we got a timeout for some reason. Somebody hurt? All right, there we go. Okay, here we go.
All right, 3 wide receivers out in the route for Western. 4 wide receivers out in the route.
Colleen Moore in the backfield with Ung.
Ung takes a snap, looking to get rid of it. Under pressure, it's going down.
Oh, yeah.
Down.
Chandler
Cotton. Progress back up to the 22, but this is 3rd and a country mile coming up for a Western Harnett offense that really hadn't done a whole lot today.
Chandler Cotton did not make that play, but he blew up Colleen Moore, which left Ung exposed for his teammates to come and clean it up. So it's a good play there.
Cedric Douglas might be having the best game I've ever seen him play.
Oh, he's getting into the backfield. He's eating up a lot of space. I mean, you can't hand it up the middle because Cedric Douglas is going to just gobble that up. They're going to call a timeout now. I'd take the 5 yards in that situation.
When you're 3rd and 30, what's another 5 yards? But they're going to take a break to talk about it. We'll take a break, pay some bills. You're watching the Classic Nissan Game of the Week.
One choice, First Bank. Online banking, checking accounts for business and family to fit every need, including mobile banking, no-fee traveler's checks and money orders, and so much more. First Bank is conveniently located on Spring Lane, South Corner, and Sanford, and North Main and Broadway. First Bank is your progressive community bank.
Hi, I'm David Bashir. Here at First Bank, we feel like we've got all the right people in the right place to serve your banking needs now and in the future.
All right, welcome back to Classic Nissan Game of the Week. I'm Chris DeLambert, Diamond Dave Caplan holding it down tonight. Southern with a chance to sound the death knell here.
Oh, yeah.
3rd and a mile coming up for Western Harnett.
It's a good swim from here.
It is a good swim. And I'm sure you'll see these safeties backed well off the ball. Keep everything in front of them. You know, it's a hopeless feeling for Western because you can't really expect Ung to push the ball down the field because he's not going to have time to sit back there and make a read. All right, they only rush 4. They flush him from the pocket. Ung trying to make something.
He's got his man Davis.
And Davis is going to convert 3rd and a mile
touchdown.
And goes all the way down for 50 yards on the play down to the 30-yard line. The one guy I told you to watch for all night. Nobody paid attention to on that Southern defense.
Good play by Ung.
Ung made a great play, delivered the ball, and then Davis
kind of on a little wheel route or probably just a bailout type route. And if Chandler Cotton didn't come in from behind to chase him down.
Well, I'm not going to second-guess anybody, but blitz the guy.
Yeah.
He hadn't any time to throw, hadn't been able to do anything down the field. They faked the blitz and rushed 3, and Ung was able to break contain and make a play.
And it's really been this drive has been the story of Ung's legs, really.
That is probably the last time you'll see Southern bail on a 3rd and long tonight. That's my prediction.
Well, Southern got some pressure, and I think it was it was Anthony Woods was coming in off the left side, and he penetrated into the middle to allow Ung out of the pocket with open field in front of him instead of containing him.
All right, here's a hold.
Oh.
And the ball's put on the ground by Davis. Oh, come on. Wow, Davis doesn't make the catch, gets popped late, and is going to get a late hit there. So you're going to have a hold on Western followed by a personal foul on Southern, if my eyes are correct.
And you had Tashawn McLaughlin, who they're almost with another pick. He's been all around the ball. He might come down with one. You keep trying him, he's going to come down with one of these. Yes, I guess you mark off. That's probably a dead ball foul. So you're going to mark off. It's going to be – that will take it back to 2nd and forever. And then on top of that, you add the 15 back. Is it an automatic first down on the personal foul?
No.
It's not. Okay. So it's still going to be 2nd down, but it's going to be about 2nd and, well, probably going to end up being about a net. Nothing. Am I right?
Yeah, yeah. The fact that they had to physically walk both of those off always cracks me up a little bit.
It's all for show.
Yeah.
It's the semantics.
In the end, it's a 1 yard loss, and it'll be 2nd and 8 coming up.
Okay. Guess what? It's 2nd and 8.
Solving complex problems, man. It's like word problems.
Well, the Eagles are going into a slight breeze. I don't know if that matters, but they are. And one of the better-looking drives of the game. Couple first downs on this
really
drive.
Is the drive.
Oh.
Ung and Davis not on the same sheet of music. Davis trying to run a go there, and Ung expecting the stop route.
Yep. And
3rd and long.
Cavaliers were closest to that football. Matthews was one of them, and I think McLaughlin was over there.
All right. If
Can't see that
if
far.
Southern doesn't blitz on this down, I may jump out of the press box.
All right, open the window. All right. Ung's yelling at his receivers over here on the right. Got Tyrese Jones.
All right, here comes Southern showing pressure.
Kaleem McClain.
Jump offside. Now it's 3rd and short.
Well, they might not blitz now.
No, sir. That's Anthony Woods. Got off to a little bit of a too fast to start there, and he's going to get yanked for that. Singer checks back in the game.
Yeah, Singer's checked back in. I really think Singer has held the edge a little better than Woods has throughout the.
Woods been relatively quiet tonight. Woods has had some games where he has really gotten loose and wreaked havoc. Tonight, no such luck. I'll tell you honestly, I think Woods is more effective for whatever reason when he's rushing from the right side of the line.
Or from the interior.
And there's another offsides from Southern.
Oh,
and
they
first
throw
down
it too.
Western, and this is bad football right now.
Yeah, that one was on Cedric Douglas, who we bragged about.
First, you allow them to convert a 3rd and 35. Then you hold them and look like you're going to get off the field 3rd and long, and back-to-back offsides penalties from two of your defensive leaders.
Yeah,
and now they're going to pull him out of the game as well.
They're putting Corey West back in.
Cedric Douglas in there. So 1st and 10 inside the tongue torch red zone.
First time tonight.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it
Eagles
is.
have been in
And
there.
Dave, there's plenty of football left to be played here.
There is.
They're down 3
He's
scores.
got some time.
But and a sack coming. And I tell you what, lucky that Medlock didn't strip that football.
Well, that was Chandler Cotton.
Oh, Chandler Cotton. I'm sorry.
Yeah, from the backside there.
Cotton chased him down, and I'm going to tell you, almost got a hand on that football.
And I think he's shaking up a little bit after that.
That's always tough. You get taken down like that.
He thought he had plenty of time. He didn't see it coming from his backside.
Cotton showing great athleticism, chasing that down from the other side, and that sack brings up 2nd and 18. 5:22 left in the quarter in the 3rd quarter. So my point was, a score here.
Yeah,
it's a two touchdown game with 16, 17 minutes of football left to play.
It changed the dynamic of the game. It makes it a game.
Unrolls, hangs it
really.
up.
That's
picked.
intercepted.
That's just a bad decision.
And I told you he was going to get one before the night was
got
done.
one, and Lockley able to hang on to that. Now they got a penalty comes in late.
Maybe a face mask on.
No, it's either on. Lockley's a little incredulous, as if it's been called against him, and I think they got him maybe for kicking the defender.
Was it Lockley?
But the problem was the defender had hold of his leg and wouldn't let go of it even after the whistle.
He was just
It's
trying
an
to shimmy it
call.
off. Yeah. Was it McLaughlin or Lockley?
It was Lockley.
So second interception of the night for Lockley.
Second pick. This is going to back them up into the shadow of their own goalpost, but it'll still be Southern football going the other way. That's just a weird call.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and remind you that the only scoring play that the Eagles have had all night came from a similar position on the field.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's why we bring you in here for analysis like that, Caplan.
Astute analysis.
Astute analysis.
So we got to figure out a way to get out of this. And seeing that we're flooding the near side here with Lockley, Flack, and E.J. Fox, I kind of wonder if it's not going to come out of the arm of Harrington quickly. Oh, they're checking in White Shoes Logan Hare.
I tell you what, you've got basically man coverage out here with that cushion.
You got 5 wide receivers in the set. They're really trying to keep
I'm
Western
surprised
Harnett from pinning
this
their
set
ears
that
back.
it's not Flack in the gun running the football, but this has got to be a screen coming out here. No, going to go the other way.
Yeah, the screen
to the
on
near
the other
side.
side.
There's Lockley.
Oh, that
One
might
man
that's
to beat.
to the house.
Touchdown, Cavaliers!
He might run.
Oh, come on! Don't run out of gas. Don't make me look bad. Lockley, touchdown! There he goes. Woo! 95 yards on the screen. We knew it was coming. We just called it to the wrong side.
No laundry.
Wait a minute.
Wait a second. Is there laundry?
Oh, come on.
Is that it on the 25-yard
me.
line? Oh, man.
Wow.
That's a stat killer right there, Chris.
95 yards, and it's coming back.
And so that's actually going to now just take it out to the 15.
Oh.
The illustrious Big Daddy Donnie Clayton said apparently there is a flag on the field.
Apparently, the Cavaliers are getting hosed.
And I think Lockley is just pure gassed.
Oh, got to be, brother. He just ran 100 yards at top speed.
And it was top speed.
Being chased. Wow. That is a stat killer.
So
that might have been a Southern Lee record there.
It might have been. Yeah, it's hard to say. You'd have to go back in the archives. Well, now it's going to be 1st and 1 from the 14-yard line.
Wow.
Well, it was a lot to do.
Stunned silence.
It could have been worse.
It could have been.
It was still a net 9-yard gain.
You like the early call on that?
It was very early. But you know, if you're going to early call somebody in a foot race, Lockley's probably the one to do.
Yes, sir. All right, while they sort this out, I want to remind you can hear Dave and I. Well, Dave and I sometimes.
Yeah.
Dave, if he's not doing adult things, stops by the studio. But you can hear us on From the Cheap Seats.
Not much golf to talk about.
Every Wednesday morning. But the easiest way for those of you sitting at home is find us out there in podcast land. You can check it out if you got an iPhone. Go to the iTunes podcast app. You can find it. From the Cheap Seats with Chris DeLambert, Brandon Atkins. We're on Google Play. We're all over the place, so just check out the show. We'd appreciate a listen, and we promise you it's the best radio show in the world.
It's close. It's been close a few times. It's a good one. Good times had by all.
Yeah, we have fun. We have fun. Check it out. And all of you are invited out to Zaxby's in Sanford, North Carolina. Every Monday during the high school football season, we will do the Zaxby's Coaches Show. So check us out next Monday. Come by Zaxby's. We film on location, and lightning ain't going to strike twice.
Yeah, kind of overthrew him there.
Where we will award Players of the Week from both Lee County and Southern Lee. Next week, of course, next Monday, we will be coming off of the Brick City Bowl.
Yeah.
Which is shaping up. We're 16 and a half minutes from it being a legitimate conference championship game between two unbeaten Lee County schools. You got to love that.
Another flag on the play.
Yeah, looks like an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. That's going to be half the distance and bring up 2nd and 17, 2nd and 18. Yeah, 2nd and 17 we'll call it. And Coach Neal can't be happy with all these penalties in the second half. This is not what they're looking for.
Well, and you have effectively an 85-yard penalty called on the and nobody was going to catch him. I don't think the block sprung it. Whatever the hold, no. I don't think it sprung it. No. So
that's the disappointing part about that.
Right.
And unless it's egregious, if you're a referee, you gotta pay attention to what's going on in front of you. I mean, a penalty is a penalty, but to see those holds consistently in high school football get called behind the play like that, it's mind-numbing.
Okay, so we're going to have a meeting of the minds. Oh, we got a third one coming in.
2nd and 17. Clock stop with 4:38 and a 27-6 Cavalier lead. We might get home to see the fourth quarter of the Monday night game.
Jeopardy music's on.
I think Don Clayton's in rare form.
He's letting them have it tonight. I want to hear the EMS call again. We got to get another.
We got to get a touchdown.
Another touchdown here. We thought we had one. I mean, what's the deal? What can they be debating here?
I couldn't begin to tell you.
All right, we're going to tell Coach.
Even the flag guy or the chains crew over there dancing to the Jeopardy music along with the stick. That was kind of cool.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert.
Oh.
Okay, we're going to return back. Matthews and Harrington are coming out of the game.
A 15-yard post-possession foul, often given for taunting or foul language.
What is the Southern Lee Cavalier football game?
That's incorrect.
Wait a second.
What is unsportsmanlike conduct?
Oh, I understand.
Here we go. Tay Flack in at quarterback. This is a quarterback run coming. 2nd and 17. There's the rush. Nope. We're going to give up the middle, and that's going backwards.
Hey, he's still on his feet.
Ingram stacked up at the line of scrimmage, giving forward progress after a loss of about 2. And third and a bunch coming.
Third and forever. What kind of play you have here?
Run another little bubble screen. I'd like to run it to the wide side of the field. I don't understand why they run it to the near side as often as they do.
I don't know if it might make the blocking set up a little easier, but Jaquan Sherman in the slot has Contarious Thompson
on. He's going down the sideline.
Oh,
Lockley. They're playing off, and it takes so long to eat up that cushion. And Western Harnett's selling out on the pass rush. That's going to be a tough connection every time. Good stand by the Western Harnett defense.
It was.
And they've got them backed up, and they have come after the punt. Western Harnett's going to be ears pinned back trying to make a play on special teams here. 3:55 left in the third quarter.
Absolutely. And they have had pretty good penetration on all special teams plays this evening.
Yep. Punter will be kicking from just short of the back of the end zone, so no room for error here.
And on the flip side of that,
Davis has got his heels dug in just across the 40-yard line, and he's an explosive athlete. Here comes the rush. It's a low liner. Gets a good bounce for the Cavaliers. Going to roll dead at about the 39-yard line. Western Harnett with a short field. They've got to cash one of these in quickly.
Right.
3:45 left.
It's about a 35-yard punt.
As the Eagle offense comes back out onto the field. And, a couple things at play here. One, Western Harnett got to take advantage of some of this momentum. But the other piece I'm starting to worry about is this Cavalier defense getting tired.
Yeah.
This is not a big unit. And the Cavaliers dress about 35 players. really 16 or 17 of those guys play a significant number of snaps. These guys going two-way. Defense will wear you out.
Ingram's slow coming back to the bench.
Well, you got guys like Lockley and Locklear that are doing double duty.
It's really been Tristan Young's feet that have done most of the damage there. That was Kentarius Thompson right up the left side there for a gain of 5. Nice gain on first down. So we got to see if the Cavaliers stay disciplined in their rush of Ung.
All right, Ung operating with a little bit
Same
of urgency.
run off the left
This one's going
side.
to bounce out to the left side. There's nobody sealing the edge, and he's going to pick up about 12 before he's – oh, he's still running down inside the 5-yard line. I don't know how he bounced out of that.
We got 2 Cavaliers on the ground.
A couple of Cavaliers in his wake as he gets the ball down near the goal line.
Matthews is dinged up, hobbling back to the line of scrimmage.
He's going to stay in there.
I think somebody needs to go get him. He doesn't look like he put much weight on one of his legs. That bring up 1st and goal. They're in the
inside the 5, inside the
tongue torching red zone.
Tongue torch red zone.
A bunch set. Goal line set.
And back falls down. What are the odds? I guess that's what happens when you bring a linebacker into the backfield. Ask him to do something he's not accustomed to. Falls flat. Ung has to eat it, and they're going to lose 4 or 5 on the play. Backed up now close to the 10-yard line. You just cannot have that.
No. And so you go from first and 5, 1st and goal from the 5, 2nd and goal from the 8.
Under center, full house backfield, drops, looks to throw, and now is rolling right, lofts it back of the end zone, and the ball is caught over top of Lockley for a touchdown. I tell you what.
Lockley set that up for a pick.
He baited him.
He did, and he just missed
floated it just over top of him, or it was going 101 yards for a touchdown the other way. But Ung able to find a man, and his lead is now feeling a little tenuous. 27-12, Western on to try to add the extra point. This is a huge, huge extra point here.
Yeah.
Snap is low. It's down. It's up. And the kick is good. And all of a sudden, we've got ourselves
2-score
a
ball
game,
game.
Dave Caplan.
You got a lot of Cavaliers with their hands on their
I told you that defense is beat. 2:23 left in the ball game. We'll see if Southern can hang on the other side of this break.
All right, welcome back to Sanford.
Well, it's a 2-score football game, and we're still eating chicken up here. Southern Lee's got to do something. Hasn't been a great start to the second half. Defense looks tired. Offense is looking sputtered. I think they need to get back to getting the ball out to the perimeter or just starting out the drive with Tay Flack running the football a little better. The quite predictable. Western Harnett taking advantage of good field position and finally knocking one in with their offense to make this a 2-score football game.
Well, here's my question, Dave. How many times has Southern tried to run the bubble screen and it not worked?
Ball's out.
And, well, I tell you what, kicking it
around.
around.
Oh, my gosh. Woo. And we got a face mask.
Yeah, you do. I tell you, that was ugly.
Thank goodness for Elijah Brown.
Yeah.
Heads-up play there.
And then got smashed in the mouth for his troubles. Looks like he was dragged down by his face mask. They're going to go a 5-yarder for that? Wow.
5 yard.
Okay.
Apparently you got to lose teeth to get a 15 buddy. Or have a neck sprain or something.
Wow.
Anyway, Southern Lee will take over around the 30.
My question, though, how many times did they run that bubble screen and it has not worked?
Yeah.
Why are we not just running it again and again and again? I don't know.
There you go. Pick your time.
Pick it.
And now's the time.
Need a big play. Actually, I'll be honest with you. I'd like to see them run the ball out of that tight formation again with Ingram right up the middle. That worked, and they haven't gone back to it. They need to run some clock to keep that defense off the field for a minute. That defense is gassed. And another pre-snap penalty. They're not doing themselves any favors.
Yeah, it's 48 for the Eagles. Jumps in and out of the zone. Nathaniel McGuire every single snap. And, Southern Lee's just got to stay disciplined and understand that he's going to do that. But part of the reason, the big 95-yard touchdown called back for a penalty was a drive killer. I mean, just the other thing is it took Flack and Lockley, oh, my goodness, late pitch. Oh, that could have been disastrous right there. But a good job by Ingram holding on to that football. But it took Lockley and Flack out of the game because they both ran a 100-yard sprint. And it really put in secondary receivers, not quality receivers, but no big play guys. That's probably why you don't call the screen again, because usually that's set up for a Lockley or maybe a Flack.
I tell you, I like the option look that they run with Flack there at quarterback. As many of these quick twitch, explosive athletes as Southern's got, I'm not sure that Ingram's the guy best suited to try and hit that corner. But here goes Flack right at the middle. Need some positive yards here. Going to bring up 3rd and manageable.
Yeah.
Call it 3rd and 12.
Did the ball come out? I mean, they're on it. It's 3rd down for sure, 3rd and 11. Right. Well, I mean, it's a big play for the Western Harnett Eagle defense.
It really is. I tell you what, Southern could make a statement here if they could figure out a way to convert this.
Got 4 wide receivers, 3 here on the near side. Lockley by himself on the far side.
All right, Flack takes a look. Takes a snap, drops, looks to throw. Got a man down the seam, and he's tripped. And there goes pass interference, and that's going to be a first down for the Cavaliers. I tell you what, they got bailed out. That was E.J. Fox he was trying to find down the seam, and Fox was open.
Yeah.
I don't know if that throw was going to connect or not, but it doesn't matter because he was tripped by the defender, and that'll be a Cavalier first down.
It pulled 3 fouls, so there was a consensus. I mean, 3 flags. There was a consensus.
Oh, there's no doubt it was.
And there's no doubt it happened. But the interesting thing is, Fox jumps up to complain that he was tripped. Everybody knew that, and he got the flag. The ball hit him in the dang numbers after it went through the hands of Tyrese Jones. If he was paying attention to where the ball is, he might have caught it and ran it for a touchdown because he was behind Jones at that point. But needless to say, it was a needed first down, and take it any way we can get it at that point.
1st and 10, 38 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The hand is to Ingram, up the middle. Breaks that first man miss. Now he's got it out to right. Now he's got a head.
Still on his feet.
Down the right sidelines. Got 20. And it'll be pushed out of bounds right at about the 40-yard line. Cavalier first down.
Good play. Good patience by Ingram on that run. And once he got a head of steam in front of him, it's hard to bring the big man down.
Yes, sir.
Donnie Clayton with some more sound effects down there. I don't know if I would have done the race car sound effect on that one. It needs like a bowling.
It needs like an elephant sound.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Yeah.
I like that.
Rhinoceros is running. Yes. Anyway.
We'll have to hook him up with some sound effects.
First down from the 40. Once again, there's Nathaniel McGuire
Flack
jumping
fakes
in.
the hand. He's taking it around the right side. He's going to be forced out after a short loss.
Yeah, there was a lot of pursuit on Flack there.
Yeah, good job stringing that out by the Eagle defense. Clock ticking down. That'll bring us to double zeros.
Here in the third quarter.
In the third quarter. We'll head to the 4th. Cavaliers leading 27-13 right here at home in Sanford, North Carolina. We'll see you after the break.
Pat McCracken is a small business owner who wants to see Sanford continue to grow. Strong schools are the key for that to happen.
I've been in education for over 28 years as a teacher, a coach, a test coordinator, an administrator, and an athletic advisor. I want to make sure I pique the students' interest academically, athletically, technologically, and artistically. Vote for me for the Lee County Board of Education.
Paid for by the committee to elect Pat McCracken Lee County School Board.
All right, back in black playing. Or is that for those about to rock?
Hell's Bells.
Shoot the Thrill. Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck.
Dirty Deeds done dirt cheap.
We'll play them all. AC/DC.
Boom, boom, boom. Anyway,
we'll play the whole
AC/DC's
album.
blowing.
Yeah.
He's playing. And
Rolling Thunder. All right, here we go.
A pouring rain.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, it's not. It's beautiful
I'm
out.
coming on like a hurricane.
We're still building.
It is.
So Cavalier football, Chris. 2nd down and 13 after the loss there. Good job by the Eagles defense stringing Tay Flack out.
Yes.
Kept Harrington off the field for much of this second half.
Yeah,
He's
I'm a little
been in and
surprised by
out.
that. We saw him over there playing with the ball boys at one point, but haven't seen him back in the game lately. I don't see him on the sideline either at this point.
I'm looking for him, too. That's what I was doing while I was sitting here. Oh, there he is. Helmet off. He's up there standing next to number 8, whoever that is, not on the roster.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, he is.
He's standing right in front of Big Cedric.
All right. Ingram dragging tacklers.
It looks like he got back to the original line.
He did.
Bring up 3rd and 10. Got bailed out on a pass interference call on the last 3rd and 10.
Conservative play call there.
It was, and the timing of the snap was quite interesting. Wait a second. The spot was up. That's a terrible spot, Chris.
We've had a couple of those tonight.
It was up towards the 40-yard line.
Of scrimmage. I agree with you.
And now it's back on the 42.
Yeah. All right, 4th and 12, 4th and 13 coming up here. Flack from the gun.
And once again, McGuire jumping into the box.
Looking down the seam again. Got Elijah Fox. Got a step. Make
Touchdown!
a play. Touchdown, Cavaliers! Well, Will Smith is in the house.
Apparently,
any street cred that Donnie Clayton has earned today just went out the window.
Just went out the window.
Gone.
Pursuit of happiness is what he's doing.
Elijah Fox just ran past the defender.
He did, and the ball was floated, and I was like, surely that defender can catch back up to that, but nope.
No, sir.
Nope. He waited on it, can of corn,
E.J.
was back
Fox.
into the end zone, and a big moment for E.J. Fox, and what a great job by this Cavalier offense to regain momentum and regain control of this ball game.
Yep, and that might put this one to bed. This to extend the lead to 21.
Yep, with 11:03 left to go in the game. And that kick
blocked, never got off the ground.
I'm not sure what happened there. I think he scored. I mean, unless the goalie was there, I think he would have scored from 20 yards out.
Well,
it was kick. I don't know how it got through the line of scrimmage.
I don't either.
He's had a few of them. His ball cannot be touched. It's just a matter of getting the right trajectory on. Anyway, it's a 20-point ball game with 11:03 left to go, Chris.
It is, and the Eagles have their work to do here. But in a game, frankly, going into halftime, we thought might be running clock by now. Wester's done a good job to keep this thing close.
Keeping
close-ish.
Yeah, close-ish. I think Pisano tells Big Daddy Donnie Clayton what he thinks of Will Smith and getting jiggy with it, because he wasn't jiggy with that kick.
Yeah, we're going to have a talk about that one.
Oh, the EMS call would have been way better for that touchdown.
I agree.
But maybe that's just for who was it? That was
E.J. Fox?
No, yeah, on the touchdown, yes, but the one I think it was Nick Locklear who had the EMS. Maybe it's his personalized.
I don't think there's that much thought
going. Okay,
no, I think it's.
I'm reading too much into the.
Yeah, I think so. Don does a lot of prep work, but I don't think it's that thought out. I think it's just sort of more random than you think.
Pisano always kicks the kind of short kick over to the near side. That's the shortest of all.
Oh boy! I tell you what, if one of those Cavalier coverage guys got their head around, they could have made a play on that ball. That was nice.
James Smith made a great catch there to secure the possession for the Eagles.
Well, I tell you,
they'll start on the
40-yard
line.
You could wreak some havoc. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. So after all that, 1st and 10, Western Harnett Eagles on their own 37-yard line. 11:01 left, fourth quarter.
Ung's got a little more in him. He's a fighter. He doesn't give up. He's not going to let it be easy for these Cavaliers.
Got to think they'll be pushing the ball down the field. He rolls to his right.
Yeah.
And stringing it out, barking out, looking like Favre, barking out instructions as he runs and throws it to the sideline, out of bounds.
2nd and 10. Good discipline by the coverage there of the Cavaliers. You got Elijah Brown, Matthews out there. Samuel Singer. He's had a couple good plays checking back into the game.
Yeah, Singer has had a nice game.
For Anthony Woods.
All right, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Matthews just gets to sit back there, the high safety position, just kind of read it all.
Well,
what happened? Shame, shame, shame. It's a 15-yard type, huh?
Yeah.
Move
the ball all the way up to the 47-yard line.
Is that why Anthony Woods was pulled out?
I don't know.
Don't know.
He's not happy. Coaches aren't happy. Nobody wants to listen to him. He's over there looking for somebody to yell at. Nobody's trying to hear it. All right.
Oh, picked! He got him!
McLaughlin finally got his picks.
Oh, he's still on his feet.
Got one man to beat. Oh, and he's dragged down at the 36-yard line. McLaughlin's had his hands on a couple. Finally gets that pick.
That one, if he would have dropped that one, it would have been a jinx night. That one was tipped right to him, and all he had to do was just open his hands up. Here you go.
Yes, sir. Be interested to see who comes in to play quarterback this time.
Tay Flack.
Looks like they're going to stay with Flack. I'm interested, given the success they had with Harrington in there tonight. But Coach Cox doing his thing with this offense.
I think it was Chandler Cotton on the tip. And then McLaughlin gets interception. 3rd interception of the night for the Cavaliers. 2 by Lockley.
All right, last pass Flack threw was the touchdown to E.J. Fox. The hand there is to Matthews.
Nick Locklear.
Oh, is it Locklear back in the game? Locklear picks up about 18, and they'll have a Cavalier first down close to the
I'm really
tongue
testing
torch
my
red zone.
theory of the theme music for touchdowns. Well, and so I was wanting Locklear to take it in end zone and see if we can hear some EMS.
You may get your opportunity to find out definitively here in just a moment.
If it's getting jiggy with it again, we've got a problem.
All right, Locklear makes a man miss, gets spun around, still fighting.
I don't think he knew where he was. He was just coming out of the bottom of that pile fighting.
Going to pick up about 1.5 yards on the play. Locklear says, feed it to me some more. Give me some more.
Flack comes all the way over to the sideline to get the play call. And he's taking his time.
Well, no
back
rush.
to the line of scrimmage. No, it really isn't. He's got Locklear by himself and kind of got Matthews split out into kind of a split-in type look. And blitz coming from every direction possible.
The rush is coming. Flack drops. Throws it down the seam, looking for Lockley. Lockley up.
Touchdown! Good catch.
Cavaliers!
Nice adjustment by Lockley.
And I tell you what, they've just taken to throwing the ball over the top of that defense and let these guys make plays.
Well, 50-50 balls, and when you got an athlete, an ability to adjust his body in air as well as Lockley does, even though he's undersized, He knows when to get the ball at its peak and get his hands up at the right time.
Well,
nice catch. That was a very nice
you
catch. Good throw, but nice catch.
You speculated earlier that there were some Lee County fans and coaches and friends of the program over here doing a little bit of scouting. Southern's giving them plenty to look at offensive-wise. This is they've shown 5 different faces on offense. Kind of hard to game plan for that.
I know. I mean, you had the running Taflac, the passing Taflac, the straight up the middle run attack, the perimeter passing game by Harrington.
And now they're working those seams effectively.
Yep.
I can tell you that's one place that Lee County's been susceptible is down the field.
Down the seams. Yeah.
They're going to play you tight, and if you can get a step on them, they'll open up some opportunities down the field. All right, the extra point is good. So with 9:41 left in the fourth, it is 40-13 Southern Lee. We'll take a quick break.
Millions plan for retirement online. Estimate your future benefits, apply for retirement, and manage your benefits all from the comfort of your home. And give yourself the freedom to do what you want offline. Social Security's online services help put you in control with secure access to your information anytime, anywhere, allowing you to spend more time with family, friends, or simply just enjoying the day. Social Security, securing today and tomorrow. See what you can do online at socialsecurity.gov.
U.S. taxpayer expense.
All right, welcome back to campus. Southern Lee High School in Sanford, North Carolina. We can about put a bow on this one. Southern stretches their lead out to 27 with 9.5 minutes left in the ball game. Dave.
Apparently Lockley said he's too sexy for this.
I think there are some folks out there that would agree with you.
That was a great catch. Good pass to give your receiver a chance by Tay Flack, but just a wonderful athletic play.
It was, and it was
Lockley.
Justice. It was justice. You got to give him a touchdown pass.
After that 95-yard.
The 95-yarder was pulled off the board. Pisano with that punch, that high spinning kick down the right sideline, got a lot of kudos when he came off after the last one. Will not be getting the same kudos this time as it spins out of bounds.
No. I mean, it's very predictable what the Cavaliers are going to do on the kickoff.
Yep.
But it's mostly effective.
Well, I'll tell you, though, that is one of the only holdovers from the Don Simon era. Don always liked to kick it short. He was going to do something funny with the kickoff. Whether it was that high spinner, little squib down the middle, he'd pull an onside kick out of his hat, but he was very rarely going to kick it down the field.
He did like an occasional onside kick.
Yeah, he wasn't going to kick it down the field and give you a chance to return it very often.
Well, Ung's back in. He's got a new running back beside him. Nice, clean jersey.
I was going to say, that uniform has not seen
Sean
any action tonight.
Brown Jr.
All right.
If that ain't a football name, I don't know what it is.
Fakes it to Brown Jr., throws, and he's good thing for him that McLaughlin didn't have his head round, or he'd have picked him again.
Yeah. Well, he was trying to get his big playmaker Davis over the middle and ball.
They have been out of sync.
They're not quite on the same page.
They were much more in sync against Lee County a couple weeks ago. They definitely tried to force the ball into Davis and had a whole lot more success against them. This time it hadn't even necessarily been the defense making plays. Oh, my gosh. Double caught by the receiver. Good job of tipping it up in the air and staying with it.
Yeah, it was Khalil McClain, big number 15.
But, boy, I tell you what, after all of the picks this evening, I'm sure pucker factor was up a little bit there as that ball popped up into the air. Big third down coming.
Yeah.
Last chance, really, for Western to get serious about a comeback here.
You know, I'm surprised they don't try to get it out here to Tyrese Jones a little more. Athletic-looking player. They just really don't use him. He's 6'1".
Lockley's got him scared.
That's probably some of the reason.
I mean, we're seeing him more and more on defense, kind of getting the Nate Thompson treatment.
Blitz coming.
Blitz. Screen. Oh, my goodness.
There he is. There's a big Anthony Woods on the tip. Almost tipped it to himself. And that would have been fun to see Anthony Woods try to rumble.
Yes.
rumble about 25 yards into the end zone.
Yes, it would have. I thought that was going to come down into his arms. Instead, falls harmlessly to the ground, and
they're going to punt.
Surprise, Western's not going for it here.
I don't know if they just didn't want it to get more out of hand. They figured they weren't going to win it. I don't know. Maybe they're going to try a fake punt.
Of course, half their points tonight have come from defense. So
this is Dylan Smith out punting. And Lockley's going to cruise back. He's probably told, unless it's a line drive right to you, just get out of the way.
Southern playing a protect here.
Oh.
Surprised they didn't block that a little bit better and try and get a return on. That's a huge punt. And that's going to roll down inside the 5-yard line.
Let's count this off. 10, 20, 30,
63
40.
Yards on the kick?
Yeah. No return. Well, I mean, when it gets over you, then gets the bounce.
Line drive that Lockley didn't show a whole lot of interest in going and trying to field. I'll have to get after him about that. That's one of my favorite plays in high school football right now is Lockley return to punt. I think he's kind of it's almost like a what do you call it? Self-fulfilling prophecy. I think he's convinced now at this point nobody's going to kick the ball to him.
Yeah.
So he just goes out there and figures.
Well, and I kind of wonder if he wasn't told, unless it's right to you, just let it go. Let it go. We don't want you getting hurt. We don't want a turnover.
Yeah, you get a muff. Bad things happen. All right. So for under center. Oh, I'm so proud of you guys. Flat hand.
And he got a good run off the right side.
Ingram's rumbling.
Bumbling.
He's bumbling. And stumbling out for about a 25-yard gain. He'll have the ball. And now Southern's in good shape out at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10.
Let's see if we get the race car sound effects again. We get Calbit. Yep, there it is.
Yes, sir.
I still think it needs to be more of a boulder going down a hill type.
All right, we'll give him 25 out to the 30-yard line. Cavalier 1st down. They'll go to a tight formation. Flack under center. Hands, and again the back is right up the middle. This time it's Locklear. Locklear's got 20 out to midfield, and this Southern Lee running attack looking potent.
Here's a
Cavalier
6th
1st down.
This is a 6th look of the offense tonight.
And you know what? It's funny. Coach Cox and I had several discussions about this, and I told him when you go short yardage, there's nothing makes me crazier than doing it from the gun. And he gave me a long speech about how hard it is to teach kids to take a snap from under center and from the gun. He has accomplished it.
Well, I tell you, honestly, Tay Flack looks pretty comfortable doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know how Harrington. I haven't seen Harrington under center. But
well, I've never understood how if you're trying to pick up a yard, it makes more sense to snap the ball 5 yards away from the line you're trying to get to.
Oh, absolutely. I love the old fullback first man through run.
Yes, sir. It opens up. I mean, you've got to play the snap. You've got to play the quarterback sneak honest.
Yeah.
You know, you've got the quick hitter where you've got the fullback through. Just a lot of things you can do, and you're not putting the ball in the air, moving it away. And Flack is going to keep and run out of room.
Yeah. Now that once again, that's kind of a play I would have liked to see him go to the large side of the field.
Yes, sir.
Because you have Flack with his speed that if there is pursuit,
can string it out.
And at least get some positive yardage on it. And also probably stay in bounds.
Yes.
But anyway, he picked up the yard that was lost on the prior play, and it's 3rd and 10, and we stopped the clock.
All right, still from this tight set. I formation. Hand is up the middle. Locklear's fight. Going to get positive yardage.
He's still on his feet.
Got
now
a
he got a little push.
Going. Ball's out.
Picked
up by Tay Flack. Tay Flack's out of there, and he's going to score. Touchdown Cavaliers on the wildest of plays. And there's a flag on the field again.
Well, this was extracurricular activity.
Personal foul on the defense.
Yeah.
That'll be declined, and the touchdown will appear. It appears will stand as Locklear fought and fought and fought, and you had to think it was going to be blown
there's
dead.
2 flags.
Come on.
Look.
Sam Singer picks it up.
He's like, here you go. You don't need it. Don't worry about this one. Don't worry about this
field.
one.
What are we doing?
Yeah, they're saying touchdown.
There we
touchdown.
go. They finally got it right. Locklear with a great effort, then was stripped, and the ball could have been disaster.
It could have been disaster.
Flack, Johnny on the spot, picks it up and goes 45 yards for the touchdown. How do you score that?
Touchdown.
No. How do you score it? Who gets those yards? What do you give? Locklear the first 5 and Flack the next
Flack
40? How's that work? I don't even know.
Well, I say Tay Flack, but I tell you what, until he fumbled.
Locklear was making a great run.
Oh, yeah. It was one of those runs that should have been 3 and turned into about 8.
Yeah.
And but then the fumble went back to the original line of scrimmage, and Flack was like, hey, I'll tell you, I know what to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of room out there, and I'm pretty fast.
Green grass grow?
Yeah. And that would have been called for the zing.
Instead, I think he got getting jiggy with it. I don't know.
No.
Pisano on for the kick. It is up.
That's the prettiest one of the night.
The one we've been waiting on.
It didn't have to go through anybody's face mask.
That is the one we've been looking for. So 47-13, 6:40 left in the fourth quarter. We'll take a quick break, come back with the kickoff. You're watching the NFHS Network. Classic Nissan Game of the Week.
Shop our inventory online at us1cdj.com.
All my sales, service, and finance has been done here at US One. They are great guys to work with.
And I can honestly say that in every aspect of the process, I was included, I was respected, and I would highly recommend coming to give them a try.
I have shopped US One for over 20 years. Ranger Happy and I enjoy it, and we love this place.
Real prices, real people. Get the real deal
at US One.
All right, welcome back.
We're back
to Lee County, North Carolina.
That was one of the
Center
crazier
the
plays I think you would see.
Yeah. Well, first of all, a little interesting that the play didn't get blown dead.
Right.
If I was on the other sideline over there, that Western staff got to be pleading their case. Come on, man.
Yeah, it was a scrum.
It was a scrum. And, of course, if the ball had been turned over, I'm sure the Lee County or the Southern Lee staff would have been pleading their case. Hey, forward progress was stopped. One way or the other, they let him play. The ball comes out. Flack, Johnny on the spot, picks it up, advances the ball 45 yards. Touchdown, Southern Lee, in the most, adventurous way possible. Now, after that, there was a personal foul. That's assessed on the kickoff, so they're kicking off from the 45-yard line. High spinner, little surprised they didn't employ that pooch. Taken at the 5-yard line, trying to get outside. It's going to be taken down at about the 13, so tough field position for the Eagles.
That was Ung.
No.
Oh, or is it number 1?
That
was okay. Yeah, that's
Thompson.
Contarius Thompson.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought it was a 7. I was like, well, that's weird. You have your quarterback returning kicks.
Well, Thompson, who is had a couple of almost type plays.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I think the thing is there's a speed difference between these two football teams.
You know what? I'm not sure that it's as much a speed difference as it is a recognition of how to get those speed players into positions to succeed.
Yeah.
There are some athletes down there in white uniforms.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
And the way they've been deployed and utilized, I don't think has maximized the possible matchups that are out there for Western. That's all I got to say about that.
Well, the only thing
is,
is,
same thing watching them a couple weeks ago. I came in with a preconceived notion of what this Western team's going to be. Now, mind you, I've seen Western play at least once, usually twice for the last 5 or 6 years, every year. I know Western's got some athletes, but coming in as bad as they had been on paper for the last couple of years, I had it in my head what I was going to see, and I was surprised by the athleticism and the size of these guys.
Yeah. The only thing is, if you lined them up on a goal line, I don't know if they have a player that can catch Tay Flack nor Lockley.
I don't know that anybody in this district's got anybody who can catch Lockley.
Yeah, you might be right.
But my thing is, we have seen them struggle in the passing game. They haven't completed more than 1 or 2 impressive balls down the field all night.
Right.
They've got some dynamic athletes back there that they can run the Wildcat with.
I look at Therese Jones. I look at Khalil McClain.
We've seen Ung take every snap back there. And this is no knock against Ung. Ung's a nice young ball player. He's got a couple years to develop as the quarterback. But why not switch it up?
Yeah.
If you want to get the ball to Davis, why not just line him up at quarterback and let him carry it a couple times?
Yeah. No, I agree with that. You need to get the ball into Davis's hand. And he looks more like a tailback than he does a wide receiver, quite honestly. He's kind of stocky, 5'8", low center of gravity. And, boy, oh, my.
They are teeing off at this point.
I mean, that was a a man up in there. I'm telling you.
Cedric Douglas.
Cedric Douglas has had a nice ball game.
I told you earlier, this is as good a ball game as I've seen him play. I would expect to see Mr. Douglas next Monday. Well, no, I don't know, because next Monday will be the Brick City Bowl. Yeah, we already did the coaches show. Caleb Medlock was this week's player of the week, but that was from last week. It's all confusing.
And Caleb always is going to have a nice game, but I think you're right. You need to reward Cedric Douglas for a great interior effort tonight.
Yeah, I'm so crossed up. I just don't know.
What happened here?
I don't know.
All right. It was 3rd down and 10.
False start.
Now it's
so
3rd down and
15.
15.
3rd and 16, we'll call it.
Okay. I'll give you that. And Tyrese Jones, I don't think he's touched the ball, has he?
No, like I said, I and I don't know how much of it is lack of execution from the offense and how much of it is
fear of Lockley. Well, they're going to give it to him here on cue.
He's got it and overthrows, and that
didn't
has
really
been the
make
story
much
of the
of
night.
an effort.
No, he didn't. But it's been a long night. Had a step.
Yeah.
Had a step. Safety did a good job getting over there. Sherman walked that thing down. But
Kamen Sharp just checked into the game. You also have who's 81?
Southern's working the bench a little bit.
Oh yeah, they're
See
checking
some guys
in
in
there.
the ball game we don't ordinarily get to see.
That's Joshua Battle over here playing in Lockley's typical position.
They're going to go with nobody back to return this kick, which is interesting. Just 63 yards on the last punt.
It's interesting. They're kicking.
Well.
Oh, he nailed it again.
did.
I tell you what, the kick can kick.
See if he gets a roll out of that.
Oh, he got a roll. He's going to be down to the 23-yard line. Now let's do this one.
About
10,
53
20,
on the kicks. What I got? What you got, Dave?
His average is going to be very impressive by the end of
it
this
is.
game.
That was not a bad-looking kick.
No, and it was a better snap. It did.
Well, they've got plenty of practice on that long snapping today, so they got that going.
Yeah, true story. Flax coming back in at quarterback. 4 minutes to go. Scott Ingram back there with him. And also has Nick Locklear with him. They got all the usual suspects out there on offense.
So you remember the ball game that we worked last with the field goal with the gun? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the last close ball game that I've worked. I'd really just as soon the Brick City Bowl be a close game one way or the other. If I had my druthers, Southern would win the thing. But, yeah, here's hoping that one side doesn't blow the other out.
Yeah.
I'm tired of blowouts.
Too close.
Tired of them. Can't handle it anymore.
Who's working with you?
You are.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Somebody show up. It's a big game.
I guarantee I'll have 10 people call me this week that want to come do the game.
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to?
No.
Oh.
Pilgrimage.
Oh, well. Doing God's work.
That's
can
right.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, they scheduled the Brick City Bowl at the wrong time this year. They need to check with me.
They should have. I know Philip Chappell has reached out to me. He wants to.
There you go. Well, that's quality there.
That is quality.
All right, right up the middle, Locklear, left side. Just
fight. Clock's running down inside
along.
2.5 minutes, and Southern going to try and milk this thing. If they can get a first down, they can run this thing out to double zeros, and that'll be the end of it. 47-13's the score on the board. I don't know how I feel about that scoreboard and whether it's reflective of what I've seen on the field or not.
Yeah, I think so.
I kind of feel like this looks more like the 63-3 game than the one I watched Lee County put on Western. Interesting.
Couple big plays for Western Harnett, one defensively, one offensively.
Yeah, I would say from a defensive standpoint, Southern has played as good a game as I've seen from them this year. Really dominant for the most part on defense. Couple breakdowns. They gave up the big 3rd and 35
There's your
pass
first
play,
down.
and that will probably do it. The clock down to 1:49. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. But they should be able to run this thing down to nothing.
I'm going to say
a couple of snaps.
Rodney Ingram probably eclipsed 100 yards tonight.
I would say so.
Yeah, race car. That's not – I mean, he needs like the sound of bowling ball hitting pins and pins
We should
shattering.
make that happen for him, man. Ingram's going to be here for 2 more years. We'll get that.
We'll
right.
get a sound effect.
I like the bowling ball knocking down the pins. That'd be great.
Yeah. I think it's a recognizable sound.
Yeah.
That people will say, "Oh, okay."
Getting a little chippy. Here we go.
Oh my goodness!
Come on,
we
let
don't
this
need
thing-
that.
let
Let's
this
get
clock
it.
run.
We got a minute left.
That's 2 young men going at it. What are you going to do?
I'm getting older. I need to be in bed by 9:30. Come on. Unsportsmanlike. How are you going to call that one way and not the other? You got 2 guys get up off the ground after fighting hard, face to face. I guess one was louder than the other when they screamed at the other. I see Coach Rob Patterson just taking it. He's
Rob.
out of the booth.
Big Rob.
He's usually up here in the booth. He's
Yeah.
like, "Well, I've seen enough. I'm coming down to the field." Telling
he's a barking.
Oh yeah, he didn't like it. Well, no, he was walking onto the field at the time this penalty happened.
Is that what happened?
And he didn't like what he saw at all.
Ooh, Coach Rob.
He's barking at
Getting
Harrington.
loose.
Well, I don't know. He's letting Tommy have it. I'm not sure what's going on.
I'm not either.
Oh, he's pulling him aside. Well, we're in victory formation.
I'm trying to read lips. I don't know what's going on. All right, Tay Flag watching that clock tick down inside a minute. Got to snap it 2 more times.
That might be why he came out of the booth a little early.
Well, we'll watch that roll down. It's 3rd down coming up.
Might also be why we didn't see much of him in the second half. But needless to say, Tay Flack did a fine job running the offense. It wasn't their 3rd quarter, but it was certainly the Cavaliers' 4th quarter.
Absolutely. Kind of went to sleep, sleptwalk through the 3rd quarter a little bit, as they did in part of the first half. But in the end, kind of hard to get upset when you win a ball game 47-13. You 5-score win. And this is the type win they needed to make a statement. So, hey, look, Lee County, we see what you did to Western. We can do the same type thing. The whole county is going to be buzzing about this ball game.
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
look, I'm not supposed to have my phone during this pilgrimage retreat.
Oh, are you not?
But I would appreciate some text in your breaks.
But you're not going to have your phone, Dave.
Shop our inventory online at us1cdj.com.
All my sales, service, and finance has been done here at US One. They are great guys to work with.
And I can honestly say that in every aspect of the process, I was included, I was respected, and I would highly recommend coming to give them a try.
I have shopped US One for over 20 years. Ranger Happy and I enjoy it, and we love this place.
Real prices, real people. Get the real deal
at US One.
For decades, residents of Lee County have trusted First Health of the Carolinas to provide quality health care to the Sandhills region. First Health is excited to expand services offered in Lee County with the opening of the new First Health Lee campus located at 2919 Beech Tree Drive in Sanford. The newest First Health campus includes a 25,000 square foot fitness center with an indoor walking track, saltwater pool, weight area, cardio equipment, Les Mills group exercise classes, and so much more. Also offered within the fitness center are physical therapy and cardiac rehabilitation services. The 40,000 square foot medical office building includes a primary care practice, convenient care, outpatient imaging and laboratory services, back and neck pain, and a variety of surgical specialties. For more information about the new First Health Lee campus, visit our website at www.firsthealth.org or call 1-800-213-3284.
First Health of the Carolinas presents the post-game show on WBFT.
Well, I'll go sneak off in the corner and take a peek at it every now and then.
Are you sure?
Friday night.
Are you sure you're not going to burn for that? Is that a sin?
No,
it's not a sin.
It's not necessarily a sin. It's an optional thing, but it's a forced optional thing. It's like being voluntold.
Oh, fair enough. All right. Well, I'll send you text. Yeah, I'll keep you up to date.
Keep me up to date. I got to know what happens in this.
I can't believe you're not going to be there to work that game with me.
I know. I'll be there in heart. I'll be there in prayer.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. Which team are you going to be praying for?
Both.
All right.
Healthy.
Okay.
We don't need anybody getting hurt.
You were chastised earlier because you told somebody that I stole you from Lee County.
Well,
I'm not sure that I remember it working that way.
I'm a Yellow Jacket graduate.
You are.
there was no Cavaliers at that time.
Well, see, it's people like you though that have helped, because the Southern sort of alumni base, they don't have the young professionals and the establishment the way that Lee County does. But it's interesting how part of our professional community is sort of just gravitated over, and just like they graduated from Southern Lee. It's kind of wild. But now, sort of 15 years in, some of those alums are starting to come back, and there's a real tie. And it's not just it's not the little cousin that gets beat up by Lee County anymore. And Southern's had their number.
Right.
They'll be looking to put it on them. This Southern team is a whole lot better than the Southern team last year they faced. I'm excited to see the matchup. It's on campus at Southern Lee.
And that's a big difference. They know how to do it upright here.
Well, and all of the pressure on
parachuting
the world.
in. I don't know if that'll happen again, but
I don't know. I may
smoke.
I may bungee jump off.
There's no telling what Big Daddy Donnie Clayton might have up his sleeve on sound effects and music.
I'm excited, but I'm going to get him a bowling ball pin sound to do. Yes, for sure. All right, so